So kiss me.
Deny that beautiful free kick.
Dr. Noel. Oh yeah. That was the joke. I got legitimately sick.
Getting any of the kills here. No one coming up from behind. Killing AR. It happened. Oh, Phoenix is a beautiful kill.
Jiggy finding a nice kill on the Dr. Noel. Jiggy gonna find two, can they find three? No, Roses responding with the ult, coming back. Jiggy could be coming back to life here. Otter taking out the money, but no, Jiggy gonna respond. And oh my goodness! Oh, come on! I told you it was gonna happen.
Very sneaky.
welcome in everyone to day 1 of Noonation Arena Season 2. We're here, you guys. It's me, Noona, as you guys all know. Hopefully, you guys know. But welcome in, you guys. This is such an exciting day for me, for the entire admins, for all of the crew, for all the players, staff, and everybody. I'm very, very excited to be sharing this stage alongside with some very, very talented players that we're going to be seeing. And as well as some great, another caster here with me today, and as well with our observers and admins as well. But welcome in, everybody. I hope you all are having a fantastic Friday today. Happy Friday, everyone. And yeah, so before we get into it, you guys, I just want to say once again a big thank you for everything. But first of all, we're going to just explain the rules a little bit of what's going to be happening today. So today we are going to be watching Bracket A. So we are going to be watching 3 streams today. One of them is going to be just a random bracket choice from the first one. We're going to be seeing today WAFFLE-O versus Veda's Minions. And then after that, we are going to be watching the second upper bracket, which is going to basically entail to see who is going to be first seed. After that game, we will be watching the second lower bracket to basically see then who is going to be second seed, and then we will have our 2 qualified teams out of bracket A. And just to let you guys know, of course, we are going to be seeing for today, we will be seeing WAFFLE-O and Veda's Minions, but also we might possibly also see Tony's Sour Lobster as well as CHUDS. CHUDS, the charming, heartfelt, unstoppable, dominating soldiers. So we might be seeing a little bit of everybody today. So I'm really, really excited. There's going to just be a couple of standard rules, you know, for these games. All teams will have their 2 timeouts. They'll have 1 per half. And then they'll have tech pauses as well that they'll need to abide by a certain time limit as well. So we're actually right on time, you guys. We're going to go ahead and start watching all of the hype videos here shortly. And so let's go ahead and get started with that, everyone. I hope you all enjoy. These are all Group 8 hype videos that we're going to be watching back to back. Enjoy.
Things that were left unsaid, for all the times I found promises dead. I had nightmares along the way. I made prayers in vain. I've waited so long to catch my breath. I'm awake. I'm alive.
How about that?
No fucking way. Oh my.
You're fighting for. Well, baby, you are all that I adore. If love is what you need, the shelter I will be.
You were cooking.
Oh, that could have been.
Switching
That
sides.
could have been cool. That could have been cool.
It was cool.
There's a long road just behind you. Everything has come so fast. Memories are all inside you, and you never make them back. I can feel that cheering. Through the world that you left like saying. You can feel what I mean now that you're here. Just know there's nothing to fear along the way. There's nothing I could say, nothing I could say. But I say. You can wipe the years hiding, I say. You can hear that fear you're holding. There is one thing that is true. The only one that can get through. There is one thing that is true. Just cannot make it last forever, ever, ever. It will never last forever, ever, ever. It will never last forever, forever. You can wipe the years hiding, I say. You can kill that fear you're holding. There is one thing that is true. The only one that can get through. There is one thing that is true. You just cannot make it last forever.
We have located the shrink ray in a secret lab, and once we take this shrink ray, we will have the capability to pull off the true crime of the century. Next, we are going to steal this for effect.
Hey, what are you hiding? What you do when you go? Nothing won't be private. Make sure it ain't wrong. You're like
Oh my god, what the?
face like coins. What side do I get? Which side are you on? So what have you done? Some of your dirt has come to light. Where are you? Speeding up that hill until the brakes come off. And someone saw you in a fight. Am I right? It doesn't matter to you if you get heads or tails. You just don't like the flip all the time. But if you spin it, then you get to see both sides. Oh, the thrill of the double life. Be tonight, that's the
They do actually have the time, but it's the ult. Does actually get down. Noonaur is. One gets taken down by Polar. He's going to go for the fight. Kicking out, and it's Polar coming in clutch with a 1 versus 3.
Get down Hani. Crosshair somewhere else. Relay both coming in. The slip and slide. One more time.
He's in a good spot. We'll get the first kill.
Oh! Easy! Who is this guy? Yo, who is Mark?
Okay, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed all of those hype videos. They were made by so many incredible editors. And as you guys can see here for the command here, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of our editors this season: Quest J, Exo Center, D Money Pipes, Velreal, and Snips. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you all enjoyed watching those hype videos. And I hope it does get you hyped for today, because we're going to be seeing some amazing players today. It's gonna be absolutely incredible. But before we do get into that, I do want to do a humongous thank you to all of our donators and sponsors for Noonation Arena Season 2. As you guys all know, the community banded together and we raised money for the prize pool. And right now, our grand prize pool is now $750, you guys. $550 of that is going to be going to the first place winners, with $200 going to the second place winners. And I am so excited because this is my first season that I'm going to be able to grant second place winners some monetary rewards and everything. So I'm super excited. So I just want to give a huge shout out to all of our prize pool donators: Cream the Rabbit, Renard, OK Google, Alex Meister, It's John, Claire, Mr. Mikers, and Koi Boy. And then last but not least, also want to thank our sponsor for Noonation Arena Season 2. You guys are going to be able to see a timer command when it comes to that to give you more information. But big shout out to our sponsors, Runecraft, where adventure comes alive. Dive into the vast dungeons filled with danger and treasure and take on thrilling quests that reward your bravery. Journey with loyal companions who fight for your side, master unique classes and powerful skills, and carve your legend across the lands. And when you return from your adventures, relax by tending to custom crops on your own homestead, crafting a life of both battle and bounty. In Runecraft, every path is yours to explore. So, thank you so much, Runecraft, for helping sponsor Noonation Arena. The server is wide open, you guys, and there is a Discord server as well. Those links will also be posted for you guys as well once that timer does go through. But last but not least, I do want to introduce my co-caster for tonight, Jess. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Good. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. We all know Jess. Jess is a fantastic, probably one of the best casters in the community, to be honest. And the fact that she said yes to casting with me on top of that, like, oh my god, like I'm totally not blushing or anything right now, you know?
No, the pleasure's all mine. You know, I love being able to cast and like see these tournaments. I have a lot of people I know in the tournament, and I'm really looking forward to the people I don't know very well, watching them play as well. So I'm super excited to be here.
Yes, I know. I was well, Jess, as we go into Noonation and everything, first of all, why don't you do just like a little intro for you in case anybody doesn't know you?
For sure. My name is Jess is a Mess. I amateur caster. By night, by day, I'm a television writer. I'm also a streamer. I play a lot of story games and chat about story and storytelling. But on the side of over the past few years, I've recently gotten into casting. So really looking forward to this one. I think it's my first time being able to cast for you. So I hope I do it justice. And yeah, really looking forward to it.
No. I already know you're gonna do fantastic. If anything, I hope I am up to par as a color analyst for you, if anything. Okay. So yeah, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm like more nervous than watching, like probably more than what these players are feeling like right now. TBH. So yeah. before we get into that, it looks like map bans was already done. But before we actually do talk about the map a little bit, let's start talking about our starting lineups for tonight. So as you guys can see on the screen, Veda's minions are going to be going up against WAFFLE-O in this random bracket choice for us tonight. On the side of Veda's minions, we do have team captain Noel, Gonza, Polar, Sticky, and Vanya. Going against WAFFLE-O, which is going to be Jacob, Elenyar, Chicken, Bane, and Wolf. Now, as you guys all know, when it comes to these lineups and for these 16 teams, this season we did have a point system as well as a live draft. So the team captains were basically given the entire rosters for everybody that registered from the invited pool and the general pool, and they were given 43 points to basically make their team, was a match made in heaven sort of thing, you know? And so these are the teams that they're coming in. Some of their subs are coming in for today. But as these subs do come in, they do have to play with these subs for the entire duration of the day. So I am super excited to see what these two teams are cooking up. We're seeing a couple of returner champions here. So Jess, I don't know if you saw season 1, but for the side of Veda's minions, we do have 2 season 1 champions here on this team. We have team captain Noel as well as Sticky Wombat. Sticky was a part of Noel's team, obviously. So they're trying to come back to regain and keep that crown for Noonation Arena. And then
Amazing. Yeah. I think it's gonna be super fun. I think everyone on this team, and when I say there's some hard hitters, I think there's going to be a lot of explosive plays coming out there, and I'm ready to see if the pressure's on when you're a champion, right? Like you want to defend that crown, you want to come in and get a 2-peat. So that's a really exciting squad to start.
And then on the side of WAFFLE-O, we actually have the second place team, one of their members, which is going to be Jacob here, or it's Chidori, who was on We Need Therapy. And unfortunately, they did lose to Noel's team at the time. So I feel like Chidori might be trying to come back with a vengeance here, and be like, look, I'm not going to get grouped by you this time. Like, I'm not going to lose. We're going to have to come up on top and everything. So I'm really, really excited here. But as we do get everybody into the lobby, let's talk a little bit about the map that we're going to be seeing today. So tonight, pause real quick. This is on me. Sorry, you guys.
Okay.
Okay, it should be updating now. But tonight, you guys, we are going to see our first map go to Haven. Now,
Nice.
Jess, are you going to be Haven a good time?
I'm going to be Haven a great time. I think having Haven coming out as the first map, right? It's a staple. It's a classic map. I love watching tournaments. I love to cast, right? It's just great. But there's something interesting about watching tournaments on maps that are staples, because everybody knows how to play the map. So it's all going to come down to strategy and who shows up a little more ready and prepared that day.
Yeah, absolutely. So with Haven being like this sort of staple map, and it's been in rotations, it's been taken out, but it is like, I feel like it's one of like the 3 main maps that you think about for Valorant. You have Bind, you have Ascent, and then you have Haven, at least in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong about this. When it comes to the Haven matchups, are you looking for more of like a standard comp, Jess, or are you looking for something that's going to be completely out of whack, especially with these new Valorant changes?
Yeah, I love seeing comps that aren't necessarily the norm because the map's a staple and everybody's used to seeing those standard comps there. So I mean, obviously running a comp that isn't necessarily proven against a comp that may know how to defend or attack against anyone, it's always a risk. But the other side of that risk, it's a high reward because they might not know how to play against your comp at all. So I love seeing the mix-ups. I love seeing people come out and think outside the box when it comes to these standard maps.
Absolutely. And Jess, I believe you are a Sova lover, right?
I am an initiator main. I play a lot of Sova, yeah.
So, and I know Sova is a pretty, I think it's like a general pick. Obviously, you guys can see I am not an initiator player at all. I am just a Senti. I am just a KJ main. So I know
not
nothing.
just we've seen you play. Don't
I don't know about that, but I do think we are going to be seeing a lot of Sova out of here. And as I can say, like from my own experience, so from the side of Veda's minions, Polar, who is a part of their main roster, I have had the pleasure of playing with Polar on a tournament team as well, and we actually did win on Haven as well, and he was our Sova. So I think we're gonna be seeing that come in, a little bit. He is pretty cracked and everything. So I'm really, really, really excited to see what everybody is cooking here.
I am too. I mean, and here's the interesting thing. I think with the new changes, right, and the fact you have to use your utility a little more strategically. I'm a Fade main, so I actually
Oh.
do enjoy seeing Fade coming out on Haven. You don't see it quite a lot because, again, like Sova is a staple,
Mm.
but Fade's really strong on this map, and I feel like Fade's been a lot stronger to play since these changes. Brings a lot of things more even kill, especially if you've got that internal clock that most really good initiators have to have, because a lot of us have had to reset that internal clock. We have to look down at our bar to see if we're done, if it's the cooldown's over, instead of just kind of feeling it now. So I'm always curious about what initiators go into it, but particularly with these new changes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And usually now that we're talking about the changes a little bit for these team comps, before you would see a lot of raises, you would see a lot of Yorus,
Hmm.
Jets, and
Hmm.
everything. But now with the huge Yoru nerfs, we're seeing I'm in the official scrims that we've been seeing for this past week, I have been seeing a lot of waylays lately.
Yeah.
And I love it because when she came out, no one really played her too much because everybody was like, no, I'm just gonna stick with the regular like Jet picks, the Yoru
Mhm.
picks, ISO, etc., etc. So I am so excited to see what is going to be happening here. And Chidori or Jacob is a Yoru one main or one
Mhm.
trick,
Mhm.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And regardless, even with the nerfs, he is still playing it regardless. And he's like, oh yeah, I don't feel anything, So and
Yeah.
I think it's great. I was telling one of my other tourney teams, and I was like, I don't know if it's just because I'm a sentinel, but I really don't feel the nerfs as much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, I'm just sitting on site with just my util all out anyway. So
The people are scared to run into you, Noona.
yeah,
I'm telling you.
I
You've just
don't.
proven our point right there. You've just proven our point.
I don't know. I don't know about that. But yeah, it looks like we are going to be getting ours in chat, so we are going to be starting
Mhm.
soon. Jess, any words of like wisdom that you're going to be projecting to these teams as we get into this first bracket?
I most of my casting is for community tournaments, and I can tell you straight up, it has no matter what your rank is on paper. It's always the synergy that wins. It's always the vibes that win. So I hope everybody out there remembers that. That's what makes these community tournaments very special. I'm really looking forward to some explosive plays, and someone get me an A so I can take some shots tonight.
Absolutely. If you guys don't know, you cannot deny Jess the spicy water, okay? If you do, you and I are going to have an issue here, all
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Alrighty, so we're just about to get started here. I'm super excited. So, as you guys know, for these brackets, it is not single elimination, which is great. It is sort of like a Swiss style double elim. So, if one of these teams does unfortunately lose to the other one, they do drop down into the lower bracket. But it's where the lower bracket that pressure really hits because if you do lose another one, you are then out of the tournament. So, and the biggest thing is that you want to get first seed because this gives you a little bit of an advantage into quarterfinals because as first seed, there is no coin toss. You automatically get to choose whether or not you'd like to be team A, which chooses the side of the map, or team B, which inevitably chooses basically the maps, if you think about it, for these best of 3 series. So you really want to be in that sort of first seed area. So I think people are going to try to come out with a bang here, in this first map, and then we're going to start to see like more of like that anxiety, the pressure really build up, which I think is going to be even more fun when it comes to these games, at least in my opinion, because I know that's how I feel as a player.
Absolutely.
So, alrighty. we're just about to get started. I'm actually like so nervous. Like I don't know why. I think it's because like I've been saying it's because Jess is here, and then like yeah, I don't know. But oh, I should also just do a shout out for our observer for tonight. We actually have 2 observers happening. This first and the last game, Elden is joining us. You guys all know Elden. Elden was also a part of Noonation Arena Season 1. He is a fantastic observer, probably one of the best that I know. And then the second game, we are going to be seeing Bean as our observer as well. So we're going to be switching in and out. And yeah. And then our wonderful admin of tonight is going to be Claire. You guys know Claire. She's an immortal 2, 1, 3 goddess. I mean, it's basically all the same at the end of the day. And I am so excited to have her on the team and be ready for this and everything. But yeah, I think we should be starting soon.
All right.
Hopefully. Yes.
Oh,
and we
and
are
there we
in.
go. We are live, and it is time. Game number 1 in the Noonation Arena VALORANT Tournament. We are excited to be here. First 2 games on the board, joined by Noona. How are you feeling right now?
I'm still nervous. I'm nervous for
Feels
them, if
nervous.
anything.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Veda's minions, and it's going to be going down here with WAFFLE-O, and I'm super stoked about watching these 2 teams go head to head. We've got some covers in. No one's locked in quite yet. Looks like we could get a veto pick here, which will go ahead and lean into that throwing, you know, the comps a bit, in a wrench in a bit of the comps here. I've seen veto. I love veto in those double sentinel lineups here, and it looks like we might get that here on the defender side. Might get a veto Vise combo, which I love. We don't really get to see a lot of Vise here on this map, but Vise is very strong. So I'd be looking forward to seeing what these 2 sentinels do. One who is very defensive and one who's quite an aggressive sentinel on board here. So what do you think about that if we end up getting that lock in?
Okay, I mean, I think Vito is so strong. He's so broken right now. So there's really no reason to not really play him also. And so but I think this is great because you don't see a lot of Vices. Oh, of course, we're gassing up Vito, and then Eleanor decides to change it last minute as well. So it looks like instead we're going to be looking at a double initiator versus a double duelist comp here.
And here are our comps. I love the Breach Sova combo. Very annoying. This is going to be extremely annoying to play against. I can tell you that right out. Rip to all of that Killjoy util over on the other side. Vise v KJ on this map for the Sentinel. I actually really love this. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on. Of course, Dr. Noel on his patented Grimothy with the Stimothy. So, and then we've got the Omen on the other side. And it does look like we are going to be seeing a bit of a mix up here. Of course, we have a Neon on the side of defense. Neons actually make me itch. They hurt me very badly. I hate to see a Neon coming, but I love it when I'm not going to be on the other side of the barrel like I am right now. Of course, Sticky Wombat over on that really dangerous jet we've seen time and time again as well. Chidori again, that Chidori and the chicken Breach Sova combo I think is going to be great. You're going to get a lot of information that's really good on a big map like this, right? There's a lot of space to cover, and with those long cooldowns, having that double initiator might work out very well. And we are going to get started here right up. A push gonna start. We've got a stun coming down as well. Warning shots on either side. We're gonna see who secures the first blood of the game. Neon backs away. Heading down here, just gonna eke out a little bit. They slow down the pace, make a lot of presence, and begin to back away. But this defense is already standing. Ironclad, look at Wolf here. Lot of space taken up, gonna have to back away. Might not get away. Oh, they're gonna run down that Vise. Here we go. Sticky Wombat getting in. Oh my goodness, getting away by the hairs of their chinny chin. And here come the attackers. They slow it down once again, just waiting. I love Dr. Noel's squads. They're always so synergized. And we see here first blood gonna go to Boogie with the hoodie, who takes a second one down. Down goes Neon. Dr. Noel gonna plant Polar, Chicken, and Wombat getting a frag apiece. Chidori gonna try to do a little bit to pull the team back into it. Flash is coming out here looking for it. Spike is planted. We have the utility on the ground. 1v3 situation. It's already Harry starting early. Gonna swing here. Looking for it. Dr. Noel with the right click. Mine don't work like that. And the first round's gonna go over to the attackers.
You know, I have to commend Wolf there on staying alive for so long, because honestly, Jess, if that was me, I would have been dead the second that I look at somebody like that, you know? But honestly, like like you were saying, the pushes on Noel's team is so coordinated. Like the way that they all just came out all together with all of the utility and really singling out the Vice there in that corner, and then just being able to trade off of each other just really shows that synergy that they already have.
We'll see if there's any switch up. Of course, defense going to be a little more aggressive with those pistols in hand. They want to try to swipe a gun. Ooh, but information gathered with that owl drone. And the defense going to back away here, preparing for a C push. The Lear comes out first, looking for another one. Oh my goodness. Here comes the firing squad. Boogie with the hoodie there. Omen able to get the trade. Dr. Noel trading right back in. KJ with one as well. Going to go in. Chidori with one. Chidori with two. 2v2 situation now. Spike now stranded. Oh my goodness. Polar going to be able to take one down. Already a great defensive round here. 3 guns already down for the attackers. They've lost a lot of weaponry. That Spike now errantly on the ground towards C, so that's where they're going to have to end up. Chicken just going to try to create isolations so he can try to pull out this round. It is going to go over to the attackers, but what a great eco coming out from the defenders. 3 guns going down. The money's going to be a little funny for the attackers going into round 3.
Absolutely, yeah. And I just want to commend, though, the side of WAFFLE-O for really like putting it down to only 2 people there. It was just so unfortunate, though, that Chicken wasn't able to grab any of the other guns and was just only left there with a pistol. And like you said, with the buys here for the side of Veda's minions, everyone still has to bonus up here because 3 of them did go down. So that eco is really wonky against a full buyout from side of WAFFLE-O.
Revealing area.
Agreed here. We've got that dart coming out, and it looks like the aggression is going to come by way of the attackers this time. Oh boy, Neon's able to get away here. Looking for some action. We've got twin owl drones coming out on either side, looking for information. None gathered, really, a little bit from the other side, but they're still not quite sure what it's going to look like. And we've got Omen pushing up here in the middle. Oh, able to take down Dr. Noel. So the spike does go down in window. They are going to be able to grab it there. Omen with another beautiful frag coming out, looking for a third, getting it through the wall. And Wombat is in dire need of a band-aid as we are in a 2v5 situation. They slow down the pace to Glacial. Oh my goodness, what a dangerous Omen here. Azizel looking for it. Wombat 11 HP and a dream. Sheriff in hand looking for a miracle. Nothing doing, however. Nice little cheeky angle over for the Neon there, and it's 1-2. That looks pretty textbook to me. What do you think, Noona?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they couldn't have played that any better, especially on the buy round, and especially since none of them went down there. Their eco is going to look very, very nice going into these next few rounds. Like, they just got to replenish the shields, if anything, and the util. But shout-outs there to Bane, or Agent Azriel. Funny little side note here, Bane and Polar were on that same team that I was talking about earlier, and now they have to go against each other.
Look at that trouble in paradise. Here we go. The bromance is dead. Let's see what goes down in this next round. And again, we've got the twin recon bolts coming out, looking for some early action. Everybody has weapons now, so now we see the respect coming out on either side. Love seeing that early. Defense gonna back away, knowing the attackers have to do just that in order to win the round. But here, Alenia has a lot of space here. I love the way this defense takes up space. They're not really allowing these fast rotates. Dr. Noel's teams are usually pretty... Oh my goodness me! Somebody find him a hazmat suit. We got a biohazard in window out there. That was disgusting. As the Neon are already pushed all the way up, Vonyel looking for something. Nothing doing though. But that's a lot of information. This type of defense is allowing them to take up the space and allowing the other teammates just to sit on their spots. They know, oh my goodness, Boogie with the hoodie, taking full advantage of that Empress.
Right here.
And information gathered elsewhere. This is why Neons Make Me Itch can get around this map so fast. Looking for another information gathered, gonna back away. Look and reposition. And here it comes. Orbital, ooh, smokes are cut. Sky smoke's coming down. Great stun coming out here. And looking for one more. Dr. Noel is coming online now. 3v2 situation. Getting a little bit hairy here. Still anybody's round. Neon is looking for an opening. Oh, Chidori with a nasty, nasty spot. The A is so hard to take when you allow the defenders to settle like that. We see why right there. And it's tied up early, 2-2.
Wow. I mean, like, you can tell, like, WAFFLE-O is like, okay, we may have lost those first 2 rounds, but now that we've got guns, we're going to show you just how well, like, we're going to do. And, like, both of these teams are players that are just straight aimers. So to be able to see them take these duels like this and be so confident in their swings and util shows how both teams really want this for this first game.
I agree wholeheartedly. And now we're going to really start to see as we get a 5 stinger stack on Dr. Noel's side here. They're on another eco round. Defense really coming into their own. Here they are in. WAFFLE-O able to get one. Trade is out from Boogie with the hoodie. Oh, Azaziel gonna look for an opening here. Sprayed through the smoke. Almost got lucky with a frag there.
Spike planted.
And the spike does get planted. They pick up the pace here, seeing how much space this defense has been taking up. So that's a great adjustment over on the side of Dr. Noel's team. Time is against the defense here. Dr. Noel getting one with the incendiary. Orbital strike coming out, looking for it. Dr. Noel is polar. 2-man wrecking crew. And we've got KJ coming in to put a little flavor at the end. It's going to be a 3v2. And ooh, that was a really good pace change. What do you think about that round, Nuna?
I mean, that was absolutely incredible for a 5 stinger push there. But I think what really, really helped out with that, obviously with the kills that were happening on site, but Polar, the Sova, lurking as an initiator through that late B push and coming up from behind, and no one had any idea about it. And so he was able to solidify those rounds and then just taking down the bodies to where inevitably that point went to Veda's minions in the end.
2v3 situation now. We'll see what goes down. A lot over here. They're going to spread out and try to gather a couple of picks. Oh my goodness me. Got a haircut. But luckily unscathed by that operator. Staring down short. Uh-oh, Omen's gonna have to back away. They hear the footsteps pitter-pattering away. The fight is on. Dr. Noel grabbing one. Omen goes down. No controller on the defensive side as they take the site. Wombat getting lucky again. Getting one through the smoke. Chidori taking down Boogie with the hoodie. Spike is planted. We've got that operator online still. Of course, the sky smoke's coming out. Rolling Thunder looking to confuse him a little bit. Oh my goodness. What a way to switch. Still gets a frag there somehow. Wombat Chicken getting one apiece as well. Another 2v2 situation, making a 2v1 situation. Polar with 2 big frags, standing strong in the middle, saying, give me the fight. I'm feeling hungry. It's 2-4.
Absolutely. And I mean, like, if that was me, if I was Gonza or Boogie with the hoodie as that Reyna, my head would have been cut off. So, I mean, great movement on him to be able to only get a haircut there from the op. And unfortunately, though, that op is going to tank the eco a little bit for Elenyar here because, as you can see, he does have his pistol here, but he does have his ulti online. So there's a possibility that he could use that instead.
Get out of my way.
Absolutely. Get out of my way. The Blade Storm is out. Looks like Sticky Wombat wants to do a bit of slice and dice this round. Aldrone coming out here. Nothing doing. Defense just going to back away. I love the way that the attackers are changing up the pace, but this defense is ironclad. They don't really jump too hard. Save for that Neon who has all that mobility and it's working out really well for him. Sticky Wombat wants to dress here at C. Oh, tried to trigger, missed it. Oh, Sil goes down through the smoke. Hunter's Fury coming in and the lurk coming out from Empress. Boogie with the hoodie takes A. And the offense is definitely going to push on that. Boogie with the hoodie, though, keeping the motor running, hoping to get a frag here. Might get his wish, depending on what Omen does. Who's it going to be? Oh, my gosh, the Guardian shot is absolutely diabolical. Now a Vandal in hand, which is even scarier. So that just really changes the momentum off the lurk. They're looking for it here. Omen gets one, no trade in sight. Looking for it. Polar's going to be able to do so, but we are in a 3v2 situation on a great defensive recovery. They're looking for it here. Polar gets another. I'm making a 2v2. Chidori using the space at hand in heaven. 2v1 situation now. Once again, the spike is stranded on site, so the defenders are just going to wait for a happy situation. Almost gets that wish. 13 seconds left. Distraction imminent. Happens. Chidori with the frag. 3 to 4, and they are not going anywhere.
I mean, like, shout outs to Gonza, because I think lurking Reynas are the bane of my existence. I swear to God, if I ever see a lurking Reyna in my games, I immediately just crash out. I don't know about you guys, but that's definitely me. But even though taking that space and calling for that A rotate, which was beautiful, I mean, Bane was right there with a Guardian head tap like that, just insane. And then already being able to stop that plant by getting Noel onto that execute as well. So great fights here.
Agreed, as they are looking for more here. I love the way the defense likes to just take up space. They have been studying the tape, Nuna. They know how Dr. Noel likes the IGL and likes to take things slow, and so they're preventing that by taking up so much space. And I really love the way that they're playing right now on defense. So I'm a chicken heading out over onto A. Lone Silva on A. Been there before. It's very scary as they push into sight. This is exactly why able to get one. Wombat getting the trade. Now A is theirs. They're going to be able to plant the spike here. 4v4 situation. Oh my goodness. We have the paranoia coming out. Nothing doing. Recon bolt coming out. Nothing doing. Their shock bolts up heaven, knowing that someone's going to be there. I love the positioning from both teams here. Oh, Polar getting one, and here it comes. Going down again, Dr. Noel taking one down again, looking for help here. We'll slide up in heaven, kind of stranded. It's looking, Chidori's able to get one. Trying to find somebody to peek out an angle. They're not giving anything to that heaven peek. Wombat, forgetting for a moment, can't really shoot through that wall, but will be able to take this frag perhaps, and is. Sticky Wombat cleaning it up once again, and what a sight take coming out on the attack side. It's 5-3.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so fun always watching Noel's team. And, you know, one day I will get on a Noel team and I will experience it firsthand. But, I mean, everything is just so coordinated. And, like, the util is being used so well here. And, I mean, like, Noel did have to use his ulti there because I think he was pretty sure that the Neo was going to be sliding on him. So I would have done that as well. But still, the patience and then being able to isolate those ones really solidified that round for them.
I agree wholeheartedly with you, and I just really love the way that they are changing it up. They're mixing it up. They're not really being very predictable on the offensive side, even though this defense is so settled here. But now they find themselves on an eco round, so everything's going to be a bonus. So you got to know Dr. Noel's team, they're going to be utilizing the buddy system to make sure they don't give away any weapons for free, as they do just sit on back, looking for something, maybe baiting out a bit of util, but they're not going to be aggressive here on the defensive side either because they also want a gun, except Omen is going to sneak up here. That's a lot of information gathered, so defense isn't going to move an inch. Omen might get a little bit of action coming out of A site, but it looks like they're going to try for this C take. Dr. Noel taking down one platform, good, but able to get the trade here. Gonza taking down Chidori on the trade as Dr. Noel also goes down. That flank is full on. Knife is out, not looking. Oh, able to recover here is the KJ. But I'm a chicken able to get one with the Hunter's Fury. So we find ourselves in a 3v2 situation. Polar in a cheeky position is going to get checked. The recon bolt not on time. So just one person remaining. Chicken going to see if he can find out a way to make some isolations. Polar, heard the jump, but able to get one with the Stinger. That could be a weapon in hand. Should he choose to go for it? And does. Looking for it. Offense gonna play time. Sticky Wombat starting to heat up just a little bit as well. We find ourselves in a 3-6 game.
Love it when they make it
And
easy for us.
I just want to say here, even though there is a round differential, and as we go into this timeout, this is a good time for us. These rounds are still very, very close. It's not like it's like a team on just like one person that's left. This is literally coming down to the wire where it's like 2 people left or only 1 person left in this sort of predicament. So these fights are really happening so well, and the team synergy is really showing through. It's just unfortunate with some of these early fights, they're getting caught in these corners. And yeah, but as you are watching these rounds, Jess, what is something that you feel like on the side of WAFFLE-O they'll be able to utilize to grab some more rounds for them?
I think WAFFLE-O just really needs to keep doing what they're doing. I know that sounds a bit counterproductive, but this is an attack-sided map, right? It's a 3-site map. They need 1 or 2 to make sure that they're safe. Obviously, they want 3 more rounds, but even if you get 1 more round here, you'll be okay. So what I don't want to see is them start to jump a little too much and start to give these early fights, because both of these teams are full of shooters, but you don't want to get caught off in a 1v5 because Dr. Noel's team, Veda's minions here, they really love to utilize that buddy system. So I want them to keep getting that info the way they're giving, and then just keep communicating, because when it works, it works. They just, losing those retakes, and that's where they gotta open up the synergy a little bit more, is on those retakes.
Absolutely. And you love to see these timeouts because they're really trying to figure out exactly what they can change. So maybe this is where that momentum will shift for WAFFLE-O.
I agree with you here, and we're gonna see if there are any changes as a C push looks imminent, at least initially. Aldrone looking for something here. Ooh, Gonza might have seen one there. They both see each other. We might get a little duelist battle in Garage here, and it looks like Neon's gonna win it. Oh, spraying down through the smoke. Only a bit of chip shot, still okay there. That's a really valuable frag coming out from the Neon here. And Flash coming out defensively. Retakes are on. This is where we're going to see the adjustment shine. Oh, unlucky there as the sprays of the Phantom, those rework Phantoms working in the favor of Veda's minions. 4v3 situation now. Dr. Noel, when he heats up, he gets hot. And you see him strafing here, doing a little dance jiggle like it's Carnival, trying to figure out exactly where they are. Gets another one, almost gets a 4th, but then backs away. Chicken able to get the trade. The chip shot done. Sticky Wombat looking great. Looking for another one. And we're in a 2v1 situation. So I'm a Chicken just going to attempt to save, but sees Polar there. Polar neutralizes the save, and that's a 3-7 game on a good adjustment coming out. The freeze didn't quite work there from the defensive timeout.
Yeah, unfortunate there. And as Polar fashion, doing his lurky lurks. And you guys, I really don't condone the Sova on Sova violence. I really don't. I don't enjoy seeing it. Okay, it's the same thing for my KJs. I don't appreciate it. So, but that was just so unfortunate. And like you were saying, Jess, like with these Phantom changes and everything, it really does solidify anybody who is going to be spraying. So.
Me, guilty as charged.
What? You only get head taps. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I've seen you play. Anyways.
As we push in, it looks like they're getting ready for another C battle. But again, they may not end there. And looks like the defense is getting a bit antsy here. They're starting to move around a little more than I'm used to seeing. And hopefully the pressure's not getting to them, and then keep their heads a little bit of noise down yonder, as they say, but nothing to be worried about. Gonza gonna keep lurking, but has a buddy with them. And it looks like the rest of the team may be stacking up to do the same. The pace has slowed down here. And the defense still holding steady. And this is what I love about the way they play this map. They are holding on to their spot still. Nothing really doing. They didn't take up that much space. So it could be anywhere. We got the recon bolt coming out. Noise given. Chicken's going to go ahead and rotate for safety. Stim beacon coming out, and it's going to be an A split. They are going to opt in for a retake situation as they back away and let the spike get planted. So we're going to have ourselves a 5v5 retake. Rolling Thunder coming out. Orbital Strike coming out. Oh my goodness, a Hunter's Fury coming out. Everything's coming out here. They want to make it happen. Dr. Noel gets another one. A lot of gunfire happening. It's about to be a massacre over onto A site. Oh, we got a Visol thinking about it, but changes the mind. Gonna try to flash out and save it for the future. Dr. Noel, Sticky Wombat getting one. Chidorian getting one. Azizel getting one, but it's gonna be Gonza to clean it up. 3-8. Oh my goodness, what a battle we just saw over on A site.
My jaw is literally on the floor, Jess. If there is one round to solidify what Valorant is, it would be that round. You guys, it seems like bullying, okay? The Breach ulti, the Brim ulti, the Hunter's Fury coming out, and then I saw the Vice ulti. It looked like the Steel Garden was about to come out there. That was insane. I think it would have worked a little bit more in the favor of Waffle if that Steel Garden was ripped out a little bit earlier to basically balance out the gunfights that were happening.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. What in the world is happening? It looks like they want to use some weaponry. Dr. Noel taking down one as Easel goes down. Controller, they back away looking for more. Dr. Noel feeling it, getting another one here. And it's a 3v5 situation all of a sudden. Of course, we do still have a couple of ults on the board. We'll see if they get popped. I'm a chicken gonna retreat over towards A side to see what's going down. Aldrone seeing nothing but a leer as they push into A and retake it once again. Neon looking for a lurk there. Might get the wish. Someone's got the Ares Nation up and running here from Chicken, as the offense is just gonna be able to sit back. Sticky Wombat looking for one, getting it. Neon goes down. Wolf's Light now gonna have to look in two different directions here. As Wombat backs away. Oh, those gets taken out. The Valorant timing. Here it comes. Still guarding it. Bring me the arsenal. Looking for it. Incendiary doesn't stop it. We've got shotguns on board. Oh my goodness. Watch it. There it is. An Ares frag. Of course, we got Gonza still ready. Oh, here's that coming down. We've got the Blade Storm out. It looks like they want to get a little greedy. They don't want to have them weaponry out at all. I'm a chicken. Gonna try to mess up the economy as much as possible. Does take down two. Looking for another one. Oh, and there's it goes, but Bookie goes down anyway. Only one left standing that round, and it's starting to get a little bloody, Nuna. Oh my goodness.
It definitely is. And as we go into this switch sides here, like I've caster cursed enough of my games. I'm not even gonna say it. So Jess, if you want to say it, you can go ahead, but I can't have that over me anymore because I get bullied for it for way too much. But as we go into we're gonna go into a tech pause, so we're just gonna be just seeing exactly what's going on here. Now, we did see the Vice on the side of the defense for WAFFLE-O. Now we're going to be seeing more of a KJ for the side of Veda's minions. What do you think that's going to be a little bit more? Do you think that's going to be better for them, or do you think it's going to be more in favor of WAFFLE-O? Because I know you said that this is more of an attack-sided map.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see because traditionally, you know, we see those KJs playing over on C side, and now we see KJ here over on the A side. So I'm going to be very curious to see what happens. I actually think that's really smart, as so many of these teams always attack A first, so they're going to just fill each other out. I think it really depends on if that tech can stay up or not, right? It's the same thing with Vise. So are we going to be able to figure out, where those nano swarms are? We're going to be able to figure out where the chicken is, that turret is. So I think because it is KJ and one of the staples on this map, if we're going to be able to get Sova to find that utility, that's going to make for a big difference versus Vise, where you might not quite know where that setup is going to be. So I think it really is going to come down to what the setup ends up being over here on the A side.
Yeah, and then unfortunately with this KJ, the util is going to be able to break very easily. So as soon as that bot goes down, then WAF is going to have this initial thing of like, okay, do they have to be here? Now we have to put a person here instead of the chicken watching. Whereas the Vice, you could just have the wall up all the time until somebody trips it, sort of thing.
Right.
So it can really lean into either favors here when it comes to the team, but it is attack sided, so we might see a little bit of a change up here for WAFFLE-O, and yeah, I mean, but so far from what we've been seeing, Jess, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, look, we've got a Neon over here on the attack side now, so I've got to assume we're going to see some aggression coming out early off the back of that Neon. So I'm wondering how far back this defense is going to play, and I do wonder, is the offense going to take advantage of the fact that you can play a little more aggressive here? You've got that breach, you've got that Neon combo, and that can be extremely nasty. Those stuns used concurrently, the stun with the flash used concurrently, you really can be in a lot of danger on the defensive side if these guys decide to pick it up aggressively. So this first round is going to tell us a lot.
Absolutely. And I just realized they are running the double initiator, but if you think about
Mhm.
it, it kind of is a triple initiator with the Vice Flash as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so if they can combo all of that all at once, or at least stagger it out when if Veda's minions do decide to do a retake here, there's a possibility that Veda's minions just might not be able to see anything, and I hope they brought their sunglasses at the end of the day.
Well, it's also it's a little less so though, that triple initiator. It's almost like you have 2 initiators with 2 half initiators here.
Yeah.
Because remember now that Vice Flash no longer gives you an indication of a hit. So that was one of the nerfs there. But to your point about sunglasses, we've got a Breach and we've got a Vise and we've got an Omen.
True.
So
and with the Omen buff too, you're going to be able to see. I think it's like you could see closer, right? Like once or something like that. So
yeah,
everyone's just going to be blind. Jess, I hope you brought your sunglasses. I have mine somewhere. I think.
think I'm missing something here, Noona. I think you bring up a very valid point about us not being able to see anything either. So you know what? I think the fun is in the adventure.
I think
eyes.
I'm gonna exactly right. Because we're obviously immortal players, radiant players. We can play with a blindfold on. So who cares?
100%. Who needs to see? You just close your eyes and you spray. That's why the Ares is the best gun in the game. You just close your eyes and you spray, guys. That's it. That's the trick.
It is. I always thought it was the Stinger. I still think it's the greatest gun in the game. But with the Stinger nerfs, you do kind of feel it though here. But I do agree with the Ares here. We did see it on Chicken for a little bit, so hopefully we do see more. I definitely want to see an Odin, especially. That
Bring
would
out the John Deere. Make it go burr for me. I'm super stoked about it though. Do you have anything that you're hoping to see here in the second half?
I really want to see. I'm really rooting for WAFFLE-O here to really change this momentum that Veda's minions has brought up on them. They were looking extremely strong there at the beginning, but I think with just how Veda's minions were playing, they got a little bit stumped up on it. But this might be a little bit more of their playground on this attack side here. Like we've been talking about, they have a very, very strong team comp for the attack side. So I believe in seeing that they're going to be more aggressive and getting in there as they need to.
I agree wholeheartedly as we get a bit of a chip shot there. Warning shots coming out, and there's the aggression I was talking about. Shock Bolt does do a little bit of damage, so some hurting. Looking for more. Down goes Noel and Neon. Chidori taking down Wombat. We got trades coming up in bunches. Chidori getting another one as the kill feed just lights up like a Christmas tree, and this is why I love aggressive rounds. We find ourselves quickly in a 4v2 situation early as the spike gets planted with virtual ease, and what a B attack coming out from these attackers. Non-traditional first round. Chicken getting the last 2, and I mean only one goes down, and it's the one you expect. It's that aggressive Neon going down first, so that round couldn't have gone any better for the attackers here.
Absolutely. And Elenyar was doing the job as a duelist. He got in, he took the space, he was able to get the kill before he went down, and then he allowed his team to really work off of that, I believe it was a 4v3 at that point. But great hold from the side of WAFFLE-O there. And as I was talking about the blinds, I immediately got flashed, and then so did Elenyar, so it was really funny that we predicted that.
We know what's happening. I mean, we're not going to really be able to see a thing, nor are they going to be able to move. So it's just going to be, I'm curious to see if we get more passiveness on the defender side once they have weapons in hand. Of course, now they don't on an eco round, so they're going to take up some space to see if they can get an early frag. Lots of noise being taken up. Polar going to take up space in the middle area as they push out. Ooh, goes down. Sticky Wombat with that stinger. Doesn't look like Omen's feeling those differences. That's a nice frag coming out early. And I mean, just look at the speed in which they take this site. They just on the backs of that Neon. But they're going to keep the motor running. Noel hoping to get something lucky. Almost does, actually. They're just going to keep spraying through as Zizel doesn't want to get taken down. Looking for one. WolfLight able to take down KJ there, but the trade is out from Polar. Spike is planted. Time is not on their side. Chicken and Azizel getting one apiece. 4v1 situation and make that a 4v none situation as their gun round goes exactly like they wanted to, but weapons are about to be in hand for Veda's minions, so I'm wondering if we're going to get to see a change in pace here.
Oh man, as soon as you say that though, we are seeing the Noel special here with the judge.
Oh,
and
boy.
you know, my judge bullets are like Nerf bullets. You know, they don't do any damage. It's literally like 12 damage to the body, but Noel's, it's like 412 to the body.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and the way that he plays around his smokes is going to be so crucial for this side here. But quick shout out though to WAFFLE-O, only losing one person there on that bonus round. So it's still gonna be good for them.
Absolutely here. And you know, my judge bullets, you know those crime scenes where they have to outline the body. My bullets is it's the outline. It's not the body. I can't shoot with that gun. I just can't do it. As our spike is left errantly towards mid, a little bit of contact at the garage door. Alarm bot giving some info out as well. Shrouded step, but nothing doing. Hearing that judge in there, I would back away slowly. But it doesn't look like we're going to see that. They're going to use this bonus round to try to get early picks to see if they can swipe a few rifles, but defense doesn't want to give them anything easy. Chicken's going to be able to hear that turret and relay that to the team as they back away some as well. Going to push in, check every single corner, knowing that judge is lurking around. Gonna smoke as well. Oh, Dr. Noel's already in. Gonna fight this. Looking for it. There it is. One down. Another down. That judge is going wild. Spike has been shredded. Gets another one. He wants one more. Am I getting it? That's gonna be the first spicy water of the tournament, courtesy of Dr. Noel and his disgusting judge. Cheers, chat.
Absolutely, and there we go. And like in the fact, you know, I think I just need to stop talking at this point, you know, because like Noel's judge is so deadly in those situations, and the fact that we seeing the first ace of Noonation Arena in day one to a judge player, I mean, there's no greater cherry on top than that, you know. So shout outs to Noel. Congratulations for that. Enjoy that spicy water, Jess.
Yeah, shout out indeed as we get that first one on the board. And again, that's going to really change the momentum up, I think, for the defense. That's all you usually need is that first round win on that defensive side to see if you can bring it all together. So we'll see if that changes the DNA of this game. The offense is taking it a bit slower. They are looking towards that BC area. B worked very well for them coming out of that first round. But now they're just going to see if they can find something easy. Everyone has weapons. And oh no, Sticky Wombat might be in danger. Smoke comes down. Actually, Sky Smoke saves his life. He's going to have to buy Dr. Noel a drink later. However, Neon's going to be able to get the frag anyway. Gonza looking for one. Getting one goes down. I'm a chicken. Able to get the trade there. Looking for another one. There it goes. Dr. Noel goes down, but not without his pound of flesh. But I'm a chicken getting another one there. So we're going to find ourselves in a 6-10 game, and it's starting to get hairy.
It is. It is. We are getting a little bit closer here, you know, round by round, inch by inch, you know. And I mean, if I was Chidori in that predicament, I would be screaming bloody murder. If Noel came up from behind me and judged me, I'd be like, no, that's it. It's over. It's
I'm
over.
hanging it up. It's over now.
Exactly. But as we look into the ego here, it does look like we have to do a little bit of a save round from the side of Veda's minions. We have the judge back in Noel's hand, but pistols, sheriffs, and a stinger versus a full loadout here from WAFFLE-O.
Yeah. We'll see if that makes a difference. Now, we have seen both of these teams really make it work. Oh my goodness. Gonza almost meets his fate there. Shock bolt coming out, a lot of information gathered. Polar, however, is stuck. Nothing else to do there. Ultimates coming out in bunches. Dr. Noel taking one down, tried to use that shrouded step to get away, however, gets barbecued anyway. 4v4 situation here. Hunter's Fury and the orbital strike both go down. Chidori gonna look for one. Ooh, tried that right click. Chidori just a little bit faster on the reaction time. So they're gonna make it a C push. Sticky Wombat looking for something here. They know if they get at least one more, that's going to make this round a lot more successful on the side of Eco. And there it is. One given, two given. Oh my goodness, 2v2. What's nasty sheriff shots? The pocket op coming out here from Sticky Wombat. They are just trying to delay this retake. Dr. Noel and Vonyel looking for one. Chidori takes them down as, ooh. Von Yell actually goes down as well. But hey, good eco round coming out from the defense. But knocking on the door is WAFFLE-O. It's 7-10.
And that timeout is now happening. Now, this is such a great timeout to have, Jess, because this possibly might stop the momentum that WAFFLE-O is starting to bring up right now. But then also, Noel's team for Veda's minions, they possibly are trying to figure out exactly how they're going to combat against this very, very aggressive attack comp that they have. It was just so funny though, because I don't know if Chidori meant to ulti right there, because Bane was definitely in the thick of it, and then unfortunately gets toasted by the Hellfire. And I'm sure Bane is like, "What the freak, man? What?" Like I was in the middle of that. I did not want to get toasted. So.
Oh goodness, that's funny. I mean, we've all been barbecued before, though. You know, it just is. It's a bit of a rite of passage, if you will, and. This time it was Bane's rite of passage to go down to the cookout. So,
and also, you know, shout out to all the initiators, players in chat. But are you really an initiator if you don't hit your own teammates with your own util? You know,
I gotta tell you, as an initiator main, I do it regularly. Sometimes it's on purpose. Do you know when it's on purpose? No.
But see, that's what makes you such a great initiator player, though, Jess, is because you're doing that. You know, so that means you're the best in the world.
That's hey, listen, if that's the case, man, sign me up for the pro scene, right? Like, let's get it. It looks like they are gonna change it up a little bit here. Oh, hey, you're gonna write that dart down for later, as we get a bit of information down A, so that causes them to back away. It looks like Bane looks like Gonza tried to get one over on Bane and pays for it with his life. Dr. Noel here gonna back up because the offense could be anywhere off that, but oh boy. Here comes the ultimate. The dreaded fingies are out for the Neon. Looking for it, nothing doing. But they are able to take up space on site through the smoke. Dr. Noel goes down. Uh-oh. Gonna get toasted on the toes there. As the incendiary is right at the spike area, Sticky Wombat's able to take down Bane. So we got a 4v2 situation as I'm a Chicken gets in on the action. Make that a 4v1 situation as I'm a Chicken says, let it be known. Not all initiators are known for not fragging, as we are looking for a 1v4 retake. So this is rough for Sticky Wombat. Sticky Wombat's just gonna want to try to mess up the economy as much as possible. Get some information down there. Oh, what a peek. Big boy peek coming out for the Neon, getting taken down there, and it's 8-10, and now they are within 2 rounds.
Oof, that made me itch, Jess, right there. I felt it in the back of my neck. I was like, oh, that was disgusting. Oh my God. But I mean, such a great round though, just from the side of WAFFLE-O, and I think they've started to really find their rhythm here. And then looking at the buys, we have an op coming out on board for Sticky. No shields whatsoever, so this could either be in his favor or it's going to be absolutely terrible.
Here we go. It's like Jet and Operators, like peanut butter and jelly. So we get to see that coming out right now. So I don't think we are going to see that C-long peak. I am itching to see how this works out, but not as much as I'm itching to get Neon out the game. That's okay. I'm not seeing or having PTSD or anything like that. I am perfectly calm and normal. Ooh, Gonza isn't. Big boy frag coming out, but we've got Bane with the trade. Dr. Noel goes down as well. Again, they keep making them pay at garage doors, so you gotta think they're gonna have to change that up. Uh-oh. He puts the brakes on in reverse after seeing that operator. Neon said, F this, I am out of there. Looking for it, and you know what? I think that is probably the most relatable thing that's happened in this entire game, as they just switch it up and head towards B, of course. Dark cover coming out. Uh-oh, Vanyel is close. Chidori is in the smoke! Oh, the right click almost works out! Just 2 ships passing in the wind. Here, looking for more. Pops that ult. Over on the other side, 3v4 situation. Ooh, Shorty looking really good right now. Gonza getting 1. They've got to try to find another. Dismiss coming out. Wolfslight really good here, but look at the trades. I mean, the way that they are playing the hold here on offense is exactly why they are now within 1 round.
I mean, like, this is what you want to see out of a game. For the first game like this, and they're like I said, they want this so bad. Ellenyar, though, on that neon movement, going forward in his mini, like, nope, I gotta go back.
Relatable. So relatable.
Dude, if that was me, I would have broken my wrist. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know how he does it, but now we have the neon now on with the attack op too.
Absolutely here. Ooh, op v op. Who's gonna see it first? Uh-oh. Okay, there you go. Now they know the operator is on the other side as well, and oh my goodness. They're gonna try this garage again. Of course, no one's gonna push out this time and get caught, but they are keeping an eye on it. And they are... See, this is where it does kind of pain you to not have that extra support on the Sentinel side over on C. That garage area is just really being ripped apart by this offense. So we'll see if they're able to adjust. So there's one. That's an outlaw. Baby op, as we like to call it. But you gotta... Offense is now right outside of B. So we're gonna get the backup there once again, getting away unscathed. Hunter's Fury coming out, trying to do it in unconventional places. Vanya with a big frag. Down goes the Spike. Spike was in hand of the Neon, actually pushed. That Link got a little greedy and paid. Now they have eyes on the Spike. Sticky Wombat able to get one as well. And now the last attacker just completely pinched there. So what a defensive play there to take advantage of a costly mistake, and it's 9-11.
Yeah, I mean, like, big shout out to Vanya there for getting that amazing pick. And let me just say, you guys, Vanya might be a silver peak, but that shot was radiant. Okay, like honestly, on an op, especially on that, like, and then so good on that Hunter's Fury to push off Ellenyar there. And I mean, he probably could have stuck it, to be honest, since it was probably leaning towards like that middle of B site, but it was just like that unknown of where it is, you know. And then I mean, Veda's minions are everywhere.
Ooh, Gonza gets greedy, pays with that push out. Dr. Noel's just gonna hang out in garage. You got to think if they come in here, they're gonna be buddying up, because you got to know that judge should be close. Once again, they're taking their time, looking for it. One goes down, looking for another one, gets that gun. Look, gets taken down. Big stun coming out to get the trade, and now they're looking for it, gonna try it out. Just a little bit of a timing issue. The blind does work, however, pushed a bit ahead of it and paid. Looking for another one. Sticky Wombat misses, gonna be able to get away here. That's gonna cause the offense to slow down. That operator doing a lot of work. His chicken goes down as well. Wolfslight thinking about the peak, also misses. Sticky Wombat knows where they are, trying to figure it out. Ult coming out here from the shadows over onto A and plants it, but seen is that elbow as Vonyel takes him down. And now, once again, the Spike is stranded with the last attacker desperately in need of making some isolations. Now the information is gathered. The chicken doing its job, working overtime, being that six-man. Sticky Wombat looking for a little something. Just too many on the other side. The bullets are coming out. Here is the firing squad looking for it with the shock bolt. Oh, it's 23 HP, and down he goes, and just too much firepower on the other side as we find ourselves at match point.
Wow. Wow. So many fights happening there. And I think this timeout is very, very strategic here to slow down that momentum that Veda's minions has found again. Now, when it comes to that op, I mean, I think WAFFLE-O has a little bit of an advantage there, because they're able to definitely like util dump the op out of an angle with all of these flashes, the concusses, the shock darts, and everything. They can utilize that instead of peeking it by one. However, as we have been seeing from Sticky is such a mobile op player though. So it's like if you util dump in one area, he's probably going to be on another angle on that same site, or probably on the other side of the map at that point. And then all of a sudden, then you don't have any util then for anything for that post plan. But they still are in this, you know, they've got a little bit of a steep battle here, because it is match point for the side of Veda's minions, but anything could still possibly happen. I mean, we've got the Rolling Thunder, we've got the Hunter's Fury, and we have Steel Garden. That Steel Garden, I think, is going to be huge though.
I'm excited here. We do have that Killjoy lockdown on the other side to see if that can do anything. But again, those ults are going to come in hot. You got to think they're going to lead in with that Rolling Thunder. You want to try to leave as much out there as possible. You're in a situation where it's really risky to try to quote unquote save it for the next round because you got to keep winning these rounds. So we'll see exactly how they decide to push it in, looking for something early. Wombat looking for something, almost gets sprayed down through the door. Gets away virtually unscathed, luckily, as Polar backs off as well. The rest of the defense begins a push towards A, walking and slowing down the pace. The Chicken's going to have the first contact there. Polar with some information, and they are going to back away some. Again, they do have that Killjoy lockdown available. Oh! Elinyar looking for one. They are going to plant the spike. Steel guard coming out now. They have nerfed how far out this goes. So all these rifles, most of these rifles still on line here, looking for the Killjoy lockdown. They're going to have to back away from it. It's nowhere accessible to shoot down. Looks like Bane just really wants to try to get an early frag, but they're waiting this out really well. Rolling Thunder coming out. They're going to push it in for it. 31 HP. Oh my gosh, here it is. The weaponry's coming down. Hunter's Fury taking one down, unable to get it half. This is where you gotta lay it all out on the ground. One defender left. And it's gonna be Gonza, who's just gonna try to mess up the economy as much as possible here, but they're not gonna give anything early. Looking for it, misses. However, the round is gonna go to the attackers. It's 10-12. They had to utilize 2 of those ultimates to stay in this game.
Oh my god, there were so many ultis happening. The Steel Guarding came out, the Rolling Thunder, the Hunter's Fury, and the KJ lockdown. I mean, just, and that was such a good plant for them, and especially with the vines, because unfortunately Noel was just walking right through them, which really got him down to low HP, and he really did try to stick it through that Hunter's Fury. But unfortunately, already being taken down to that low HP, he was just able to just die instantly. But with these buys, we still have the op online, and we have a mini op here with the Marshall.
Oh, we love that. Love to see that, as it looks like they want to go back to their roots, heading towards garage or B. Dr. Noel getting ready with the sky smoke. Nothing doing. Oh, dark cover comes out. Here comes the first fight. Looking for it, opening up the sky, backing them away. Neon able to take up so much space. This might cause a rotate, and it does. Look at the rotate. Polar's able to take down one. Spike is now stranded in mid. Oh my goodness, what a great play by Wombat. Noel following up with another frag, and just like that, it's stuck again. Wolfslight goes down. It's getting dire here. It's gonna make it a 2v2 situation. Oh, coming out from the Neon. Gonna try to make it happen here. 2v2, Spike stranded. We've got a cross out here. They want to make this go down. 30 HP now. The fingies are out. It's going to come down to the weapons. They are able to pick up the spike. They have the information. Going to get the fight here. It's going down to Polar. 1v2. It's going to come down to this. 30 HP stands in the way of remaining in this tournament as they are looking for it. Polar going for it. Oh, gets one. It's a 1v1 to decide whether or not we're going to be out of this game. Taps it. 14 seconds. Gonna go again. And now we get the commit on the plant. And now it's gonna come down to Wombat. And the Neon here, we're gonna see. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so close. Again, one bullet will take him down back there. But he could be anywhere. That is what's so rough about taking this site. Looking for it. Not looking out there anyway. Is able to clutch up. Hang on. Give me an ace. We've got our second shot of the tournament all in one game. I'm going to give you guys a big old cheers as I pour this one.
Oh my God. 2 aces in one game, you guys. And it was, Eleanor was only, what was it, 11 HP? Yeah, look, his team is giving him all of the celebratory yes. You know? But oh my God. Okay, sorry, observer. Sorry, my bad. But oh my God, one head dink was all that he needed. And Eleanor, I mean, clutch master here.
And now everyone's going to put it all on the board. This is the last round of regular play. So we're either going to get a win or we're going to find ourselves in overtime. Of course, as casters, you know exactly what we want. We want ourselves some overtime. What about you, Noona?
Absolutely. I love overtime. OT, OT. You know, because that's when everything comes in to it. I feel like this is where the best rounds are in overtime.
Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. And just look at the way they're taking their time. We're not going to over-aggress here. We want to make sure we make smart plays. We want to make sure we take this thing to overtime. I love how they're starting this off. And you never know. This could throw off the defense here, as they haven't really taken their time. Oh, very close. Oh, almost gets a frag there. Looking for it. Lots of util coming out. Holy util, Batman. Can you see anything? Down goes Noel. And we're looking for another one. 31 HP. Oh my goodness. Almost burns himself to death. One bullet's going to make the difference. Down goes Neon. Down goes Chicken. Looking for another one. Down goes One Yell. And we're looking for a 3v3 situation. Everyone's stopping. Hunter's Fury going to delay the plant just a little bit. Looking for it. Yeah, gets a little bit of damage. There it is. The shock dart doing its thing. Chidori going to use the weapon instead. Oh, gets caught with the util out. 1v2. And that's going to be it. Doc Noel's team, Veda's minions, are going to be the ones to eke this one out in an explosive last round that comes down to the last person standing. GG's all around.
Oh my God, what an explosive round. I literally looked down for 1 second and all of a sudden everybody was dead. I was hearing so much gunfights happening everywhere, but oh my God, what a game, Jess. Just for our first game, going to 11-13, 2 aces in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, shout outs to everybody here. I mean, like, we have like Dr. Noel there, shout outs for that. And then we have Eleanor as well. Shout outs for those aces. I mean, beautiful aces there. And here we do see, once we get those scores in and everything, we have Veda's minions coming through here into that second upper bracket to try to get to that first one. I mean, like,
yeah.
I am in disbelief on how everything went.
Man, what an opening match, right? Like, I mean, to really set the bar this high, it came down. It's 11-13. Like this game could have gone either way. And I mean, 1 or 2 different decisions, and we might have seen a different outcome. But this time we just got to enjoy a really explosive game to open us up here. And I just have to say the bar is really set now.
Yeah, absolutely. And so as we figure out, so now you guys, with these teams, now that we finished the first game, now we can see if they want, if this team, Veda's Minions, wants to take a 10-minute break, or if they'd like to just continue in. So we are going to, unfortunately, say goodbye to WAFFLE-O as they do leave this lobby right now. And as we start to go to see if we're going to be needing a 10-minute break, or if we're just going to go straight into the next game, we are going to take a quick, short intermission break so you guys enjoy, and then we will see you guys very, very shortly.
と空と雲と街と私が今一つに溶け合って優しい光が包む交差点それだとあなたと夢と私の物語好きさ風の街私は走るWe didn't drive back on the gear both on the north no one is here so don't be afraid 의심 없지 손을 잡아 cause tonight 우린 burn to shine yeah 꽉 안아준 물들 우리가 나눠 가진 가슴 안에 흉터자래 붉게 물든 엔진 내 속에 날 영원히 기억해준다면 I'm burning high 내가 나로 살 수 있다면 제가 된 대도 난 좋아 So tonight
Alrighty, everyone, welcome back from our break here. I hope you all were able to get your waters, you were able to refill on your drinks, whether it's spicy water, whatever it's soda, whatever you are drinking. I hope you guys have hydrated properly, you guys are eating, you guys are stretching, because what a incredible first game. I am still like, I'm like shaking because I'm like, oh my God, that was so intense. Like, I can only imagine how our next few games are going to be going here. But yeah, we're just going to be waiting a little bit as they do their map bans and as we do a little bit of the back end stuff here. So, Jess, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling awesome. I love games that end up being very explosive, and I do, you know, tournament settings, right? Because I solo queue a lot because I clearly have no interest in being happy. But so seeing the team play and seeing this tournament setting, I'm enjoying watching how these changes have affected the gameplay of some of these teams, right? Like how we initiate now, how we play off of our initiator's util, because it's even more important now to play off your initiator's util because those cooldowns are so long. How do we play around those smokes now that the smokes are all kind of normalized and centralized and things of that nature? How are we utilizing our util in bunches? You can tell how much more communication is going on in these teams. So I'm actually really loving seeing how the changes are affecting some of this gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, as you see, like from here, like those in that game, it didn't even look like any of the changes were coming through. Maybe except for like the phantom stuff. But we love to see it though. And so I just know though, these next few brackets are going to be absolutely crazy because obviously we are seeing Veda's minions here, but we are also going to be seeing now a new team here for the side of Tony's Sour Lobster. Now I'm looking at their scores here a bit from their first one, and it's actually really funny because Tony Sour Lobster, actually a couple of them may have eaten some sour lobster because half of their roster is sick. So hopefully we've got a doctor in chat or something. But yeah, they actually went up against one of the other teams in Group A, CHUDS, the charming, heartfelt, unstoppable, dominating soldiers. Say that 5 times fast here. But they actually went to Sunset and they won a victory for 13-10. So very, very similar to how we saw in this last map here on Haven. But yeah, and just a little sneak peek as we get a little bit into the lineups and everything for the starting lineups. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Obviously from the side of Veda's minions, nothing has changed. So we're still going to see the wonderful Noelle, wonderful Gonza, Polar, Sticky, and Vanya. Now versus Tony Sour Lobster with team captain Tony, Mikers, Flame, Oreo, and Otter. So if any of you, I'm not too sure if you are familiar with any of these players, Jess, but this entire team is a full team of non-content creators. They are just straight Valorant people, and that's all they do. So all of them are just going to be straight aimers. A lot of these are good friends of mine. We've seen Flame, who actually won the first tournament I ever hosted for Senshi Scramble. So we have a returning champion here. And then Mike is an incredible player. It'll be a little bit fun to see him because his crosshair is very, very big. And so everybody likes to give him trash for it, but I think it's so funny because somehow he's able to get these crazy shots as the Immortal player. He's also a really big nerd. He's been playing a lot of Deadlock lately, so we might be seeing a Deadlock here. And then we have Flame, who is our resident duelist. We have Tony, who is probably our smokes player. Oreo is also one of the duelist players as well for this team. And I believe Otter is going to flex between the Sentinel and Initiator role here. And the good thing is we already have our map coming out here. So for this next map, we are going to be seeing Ascent.
Ooh. I am feeling that. Again, we got another staple. It's not in the comp rotation right now, so it's been a minute since I've gotten to see this map. So, oh man, this map always makes for some insane plays, and it usually hinges around 2 things: mid obviously, but what Sentinel are we going to run into over on to B site?
Ooh.
So I'm the picks are going to be interesting here, especially since we are seeing more Vise, we are seeing more, of that KJ as well getting her heyday again. But we do have the addition of Vito, so that's still on the board. Having that 2 Sentinel option on a map like Ascent could be very dangerous. So I'm really interested to see what the breakdown is going to be of the team comps in this game.
Absolutely. And I think when you think of Ascent, when you think of Sentinels, you mostly think of Cypher KJ. So it's possible that we're just going to see those regular picks. But like you said with Vito, I really do think Mike is going to be playing Deadlock here. I'm not gonna lie. So that's going to be really interesting to see, just because it is going to be really easy to get past those sound sensors if it does need to if that does need to happen. But yeah, just here we go. And this game solidifies who is going to be first seed. So
no pressure. No pressure to anyone here, I guess. We do have hovers, of course. We have Vanya who's going to hover over that KJ. We do have that Vise lock in on the other side here. Mr. Miker is locking in the Vise. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this comp shapes up. Dr. Noel likely going to lock in this Brimothy with the Stimothy again. Might get that Sova from Polar again, a big staple here. I still do like seeing the random fade pick on this map because it's a little less sought after, but when you watch it in some of the upper levels, it's really cool to watch a good fade on this map. But we might get a double Cinti here, Flame hovering over that Sage. So that'll be very interesting.
That's such a troll. There's no way.
Oh, there we go. There
is no way Flame is gonna play another Senti. If he does,
there it is. Oh wait, Flame. Oh, locking in the Phoenix there. We got that Phoenix lock in, and we're gonna might go double Cinti. Wombat was thinking about Chamber. Might hit that Jet as well. We're gonna have dual Sovas, it looks like, and we might get our controllers as Omen and Brim here. Twin Jets, perhaps. Twin Sovas, perhaps. Everything else looking different over here. What do you think about these two comps?
Okay, I love the Phoenix pick. I mean, I'm sure we've all seen the TikTok compilation of all of those lineups that you can do with the flashes and the molly. So it's possible we will see Flame do that. I mean, it is in his name. His name is Flame, so
it's perfect.
It's perfect. But I'm really interested in see how this Vice pick is going to be. But before we actually get into that, I do want to shout out our observer for the second map. It is going to be different. So shout out to Bean. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight to showcase these games as we go through. But yeah, what about, what are you thinking for this Vice pick?
I love this Vise pick. I think, again, not having that nerf of not really knowing where the flash hits, yes, that does make a difference. But again, in the hands of a really good Vise, it's not going to matter, especially if your team's playing really well around you. It looks like Vanya does have some cheeky little lineups here, so that's going to be really important on a map like Ascent. Not putting your nano swarms in common areas, things of that nature. So we got that wall, going to be the flank watch. They're looking for a dart. Not getting it though, as all things are quiet on the Western Front starting early. What in the crosshair?
That's what I'm saying.
Are we looking at here? Again, alarm bot triggered. Here comes the attack, and it looks like they're gonna keep on going through the Nano Swarm. Nano Swarm claims 2 victims. The tech becoming the first blood, getting the first blood of the match, which is huge there. Dr. Noel able to take down 1.
Oh my God!
Mr. Miker is taking down 2. But the Nano Swarms, and I know somewhere over on the other side of this casting desk, Noona is kicking her feet.
I am. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but oh my God.
Retakes coming in, 2v2 situation. Already very strong. Mr. Miker's at a sliver of HP. Down he goes. It's Polar. Looking for one as well. Otter getting one. The Jihast, as Lunar Gen would call it. Looking, ooh, nice. Polar down to a sliver. That was a very dangerous reload. However, it doesn't matter as Otter's able to clean it up. Comes down to 1 person standing the first round, and I think that's going to be a sign of things to come.
Okay, we've got a couple of things to touch up on here, okay? The microwave setup was microwaving, okay? Shout out to Vanya. I'm going to need to steal that lane molly because that lane molly was beautiful. As a KJ main, I can appreciate that. Now, the ring around the Rosie in that CT, I didn't even see that the Vice was in that CT. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute. Vanya, behind you. No, now in front of you. Like, it was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And then Otter, our resident bronze on this team, clutching it up for his team. Like, just so good.
Oh, Miker's coming in hot. Hero Phantom coming out. In comes Oreo. Oh, gets caught by Noel with the back turned around. That Jenny didn't expect somebody to aggress out of tree. Dr. Noel did anyway. Mikers gets another one, looking for it. Flame taking one down off the util. Flame getting another one off the util. We got a 4v1 situation quickly. And I guess, you know what? The crosshair might work. Maybe I should slash CC. I don't know, man.
No, Jess, do not slash CC that. Do not slash CC that. But, oh my God. I mean, like, I will commend Oreo there for doing what his job needs to do, is to get onto the site that he needs to. It was just, I think it was a little bit too early for that because nobody was there to take that trade. But the darts were really good. The drones were really good to catch out everybody, and everybody was able to spray through the smokes now. So I think what Oreo did was great. So now we still have this sort of semi-save here from the side of TSL, Tony Sour Lobster, versus now the full loadout for Veda's minions.
Miker's looking good. One off that Still Garden already. And there it is. Picks up the orb and initiates his Sticky Wombat looking. Gets one with the right click. And then once again, the Nano Swarm claiming a victim. Looking for one as well, trying to get it. Mr. Mikers comes out. Ooh, nice shock dart coming out. Sticky Wombat getting one. What an explosive round. What is happening? 3v1 situation. Again, Otter looking a little low on HP. Still has that regen shield coming out. Ooh, careful there. Oh my goodness, the incendiary. They just want to toss out that utility as... down goes Otter. What explosive round and an if you blinked you missed it situation, and it's 1-2.
I definitely blinked and missed it, Jess. I mean, like, I didn't even realize Mr. Mikers had his Steel Garden on. But even though you would think that that would work into their favor, unfortunately, that was just immediately turned on by Veda's minions there for the sprays that were happening. You know, shout out to Sticky for getting that initial pick onto onto Oreo as he was going in. So yeah, and the microwave is amazing.
It's so good. I mean, I know you're just writing that down. That double nano swarm is just so strong. It's claimed at least one every time they've run into it. Oh, Gonza with a nasty frag. Flash comes in, running in. Mr. Michael's able to sneak in behind it. Hoodie, unfortunately, blinded there. Doel has that nasty thing down once again. Looks like he wants to come straight through that door and make a difference. Mr. Mikers gets dinked pretty hard through the smoke, but the spike is planted, so the defense gonna be on the retake. Tony's taking up a lot of space there in tree. I mean, my goodness. It looks like they were ready for that, though. They are ready for it, but Tony does claim one. Paranoia gets 3. They're backing away, however. Ooh, Tony doesn't want it, just wants to play for time. Sticky Wombat in there. One main, and they're able to retake it. What a heads-up defense. Dr. Noel and his teams are always good on this map, and they are showing up and showing out this game early. It's 2-2.
And the thing is that, like, you just assume that Noel is going to be playing with this judge, and he's going to be the forefront of this team, you know? However, even when he's down, you have Vanya, you have Sticky, you have Polar, and you have Gonza, who are just ready to take over for him if absolutely needed. And that's what you want to see in a team. No matter how strong your captain is of the ranks or anything, as long as you have that supporting crew behind you, that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, you guys, Valorant is a team effort. It's a team game. You win as a team, you lose as a team. And I think Veda's minions is the definition of that.
I swear I'm gonna CC. I'm gonna CC that. I'm gonna CC that crosshair. I'm using it.
Don't do it, Jess.
I'm using it. I'm using it. I'm doing it. They are setting up here. Aldrone in mid. Incendiary trying to slow him down. Dr. Noel pushes Flame with the Stinger, who tried to over-aggress and paid with his life. Tony, 26 HP. Getting really tore up there. Sticky Wombat able to take down Tony on the other side. The push out works out. 5 HP for Sticky Wombat. Made me dodge in real life as we're in a 5v3 situation now. And they are going to slow it down just a little bit, see if they can find an early frag. Again, are on an eco round, so the defense is going to sit back. They don't want to give away any of these weapons. The further you get ahead on defense on this map, the better. It's a defense-sided map, so you want to make sure that you secure quite a few rounds here. Wombat, 5 HP. Might come in. Ooh, what's gonna happen here? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs as he rounds the corner. Down he goes. Dr. Noel with the judge looking for another one. Thinking about it, gonna swing in. Dr. Noel still able to get one.
Down A.
The gall on this man to continue to peek it. He has 0 interest in living, but it doesn't matter as the Valorant gods are on his side. Oreo finally taking him down, but the spray through the sky smoke just a bit too much. One person goes down, and it's 3-2.
Keep it up.
I mean, like, it's just such a good hold that they have. Like, no matter where you're trying to peek out from the side of Tony Sour Lobster, there's going to be at least 1 or 2 people watching that angle, and then they're immediately going to move over to a different angle. So it's like you think you're safe in one corner when in reality you're not, because these are such mobile players. So oh my god. And now hopefully this will be a little bit of a closer round now, because everyone is going to be up to their guns except for Noel. I mean, the judge special. So
yep, it is special. Might as well be an operator in his hands. Here it comes. Run it back is up for the Phoenix, looking for something, nothing doing. Does get a bit of information, however, as Gonza takes one down, Flame sprays down Vanya. Sticky Wombat on to Oreo. We're in a 4v2 situation as Wombat gets another one. He is a sentinel by his own right, by definition, that is. Holding it down over there. Dr. Noel with the Phantom, picking one up off the ground as they know where Flame is, coming off that old Flame, stuck and pinched. Has no idea there's one on the other side as Gonza just sneaks on up, hopefully to secure a frag is what he's going to look for. It looks like he's just going to sit there and let it work. Flame in the most dire situation you could be in. Barrels looking from all 4 directions. Oh, the spike is errantly by Switch. And Flame's gonna just try to make it out, make something happen. Dr. Noel sees one, they've got the information. Chip shots, runs into Gonza. Down he goes, 4-2.
I mean, I think at the end of the day at that round, I think Veda's minions wanted just a little bit to make a sour lobster sandwich, you know? Because, like, they were coming at him at all angles there, you know? And yeah. I think they're getting a little bit more smart there when they do that execute onto B to make sure that they dodge that microwave that's there. Because, I mean, like, that shit's gonna cook you. Not gonna lie.
Yep.
But unfortunately, they did lose that round, so they do have to go on another save round. But you can never count out on some of these eco rounds, you know, Sheriff Demons possibly.
Absolutely, here anything can happen, especially with the Sheriffs in hand. Uh-oh, Polar. It's like, I don't know if I want to fight that. Backs away, uses the recon bolt instead. Doesn't see a push up here. Sticky Wombat hanging out in main. Turret seeing one trying to get it down there, having a little fight with his demons. That thing does more chip shot than you want it to. So you don't want to get hit by it, as all the HP has been really important in this game. You're seeing people coming down to 30, 20 HP, so you don't want to let the chicken be the one to do it. Wombat taking down Flame towards lane and just hanging out on B side. Wombat has made that his domain. Uh-oh, Arc Rose misses just a little bit. I think they wanted it to go on the other side to check that smoke. The spray down almost gets one, but Tony through the smoke. We were just talking about those pocket ops. And it's coming down again. Vanya gets one, but Mikers gets another. Tony down one as well. We were talking about this. Is this another caster's curse? We'll find out here. Dr. Noel and Gonza, they are very, very spread out, so they may wait a moment to retake together. But look at the crosshair. Down and there we go. Ooh, looking for something easy, but nothing easy is gonna come. All 3 attackers hanging out on site. Paranoia goes down lane to try to slow him down. Time is running thin for the attackers. Lear comes out looking for it. Gonza gets one. They're running out of time here. They gotta make a move. One goes down. They're able to get it. The retake works with these two, and the communication completely on display. You could tell in their movements that they were chatting the entire time. It's 5-2.
Absolutely. And you love to see that, especially on a retake like this, where it's not in your favor, because that communication is key. And if there is one thing that I know about Dr. Noel, is that he is a communicator, especially with his team. He's going to let you know, hey, I think this is what we need to do. We play this together. We take the ones that we can. We isolate them as need be. So with Gonza pushing through the lane and then Noel sticking by that CT stairs area. And then it was just unfortunate as well for the side of TSL, because I believe all of them still had just the sheriffs and the marshals. So, but still, really great effort though.
Ooh, early frag. Mr. Miker saying, nah, we're not gonna let you get away with that, buddy. Down goes Gonza. It's a 5v4 situation. The attackers now can pretty much go wherever they want to as the defense down a person and they're jumping around a little bit, worried that they're gonna have to make up for this. Dr. Noel's gonna take the position over towards tree. Looks like they're feeling mid. And it's a good call as Wombat takes down Oreo, who might get caught with the sky smoke out here, but doesn't. Miker's coming up to Noel. No, he's there. It doesn't matter. He's just able to ding there. Flame going to be able to get the trade, however, and Polar takes down Tony on the other side. So we got a 3v2 situation. One person on the defense in dire need of a band-aid. Polar with 11 HP. However, it looks like the attackers are going to head towards B site, where that dangerous util hangs out in lane. Vanya hanging out, getting a bit antsy. No noise to speak of. There we go. They hear that utility. You know they want to find those nano swarms. Gonna try to slow it down here. Isn't popping it. Can't quite find it. Defender Killjoy comes out. And ooh, Hunter's Fury getting one. Beautifully done. But the Killjoy lockdown is still up. And the operator is gonna back up the teammates again. Jet and up. Just like peanut butter and jelly.
Let's win and get out of here.
Wow. I mean, I honestly thought that was going to work in favor of Tony Sour Lobster there, especially once Vanya went down. But, I mean, it was just so rough because all of her util was still up into that lane. And then the op, you know, just Sticky. And Sticky has been such a crucial member of Veda's minions here for those clutches and to solidify those rounds and everything. So it was just unfortunate to see that for Tony Sour Lobster.
What's this?
And they're thinking about being a bit more aggressive this time. Bladestorm's out from Oreo. Sky Smoke to delay. Incendiary likely coming out in a moment. Steel Garden as well. Polar has the recon bolt ready. Hiding in the Sky Smoke, though. They are doing a bit of an okie doke. They are making them think that Dr. Noel was in the smoke, and he wasn't. He's able to get a frag elsewhere. Vanya just hanging out on the other side. And the spike is gonna get planted as Gonza takes down the run it back. Bladestorm still up, and the retake's gonna be on at A. Ooh, from the shadows on the other side, getting that information as well. Hot hands, delaying the tree push. And oh, Sticky Wombat seeing a pixel of Mr. Mikers and taking him down. The judge coming in to take out the Bladestorm, and the retakes are looking so good once again on the side of Veda's minions, and it's 7-2.
I mean, like, it's just, it's so dominating. Wow. It's so dominating of Veda's minions here. And I really do think Ascent is their playground at the end of the day. I think this is one of Noel's best maps personally from what I've seen of him. And like in the other tournaments that I've watched him. So I think he has a very, very good understanding of exactly how it should be played and how he wants his team to execute it. And even if it's even if it's a map that they have no idea how to play, the fact that they're able to do this in such a dominating fashion is already telling in itself.
I agree. This time it looks like, whoop, they were thinking about it, but Sticky Wombat decides to try to, ooh, gets away. Wow. And then tosses out the Cloudburst as well to save. Cloudburst coming out from the other side. Polar, gonna find one to fight. Wins. Oreo goes down. Micers is able to get the trade, however. Sticky Wombat still with that operator hand. Bladestorm comes out in his hands now, looking for one. Getting that information, waiting for it. Misses. Oh my goodness, the orbital strike. Oh, it looks like Vanya's able to get Micers on the way out. Almost got away from that. Would have been such a Houdini move. Otter taking down Vanya on the other side, making it 2v2. Sticky Wombat might get sprayed down through the wall. Tony is backing away with the teammate. And Gonza's gonna hear that in a moment. Here's the rotation. So that's where the retake's gonna be. We're gonna find ourselves in a 2v2 situation. These rounds are really coming down to the wire, and this round's gonna be no different. As we're gonna see that dual retake. This time it's gonna be Gonza and Sticky Wombat. There you go. Just gonna hide from it. Waits just a second too long, so they are able to get a little bit of information out of there. We got some lineups. Looking like some maybe shock bolt lineups coming out here. And there's one. There's a second. Paranoia there. Down goes Gonza. Do they both land? Wombat is gonna try to fight it. And the shock bolt comes down right on time. I love to see it.
And, you know, I think they finally found a good rhythm, because I believe I think also for Ascent the mid push is really where it's needing to be. And so I think I saw for a second that they had pushed through mid, and then all of a sudden they were on the opposite site. And so but yeah, I think this is where it's going to start for them, for this momentum. At least I'm hoping so here. The op actually got sold. Never mind. Sticky did have it for a second, but is now deciding to go with just a Vandal now.
There you go, Flash coming out, and they are gonna try to, oh no! Sticky Wombat stuck, getting one, still alive! Almost gets a second, able to get away! Oh, gets one through the smoke as well! These spray downs with the Phantom have got to be making him cry over here. Mr. Micers to take down Sticky Wombat, making it a 4v3 situation, and now the offense in need of a bit of a slowdown, as they do have a bit of a man differential. 3v4 situation. Gonza now taking up space. Your favorite thing in the world, looking Reyna coming up online. As Mr. Micers looking for a frag in the middle. Sees Dr. Noel making a little bit of a waltz. It's like they know that they're trying to set up for this flank here. Oh, the timing once again dismissed. Noel gets the other one with the back turned. And one more coming down is gonna be Polar, who's gonna clean up the round, and it's 8-3. What would you like to see coming out in this last round from the defense to try to cut this bleeding a little bit?
You know, I think for the side of Tony Sour Lobster on this attack, which this timeout is actually going to be coming out from Veda's minions instead, I think what needs to be done is I think they're going a little bit too fast now. I think it worked for them in the beginning to where it was unsure of how like Veda's minions were going to react to it. But these players, and especially Noel, are very smart. They're going to be able to pick up on that. So they're starting to double up a little bit more. They're starting to like play around the smokes a little bit more, doing more of the sprays. Because you know, as soon as one of Tony Sour Lobsters is going to see a player, they're going to push for that kill. And I think that's something that Veda's minions are slowly starting to pick up on. And so I think for Tony Sour Lobster, I'd like to see them possibly do more of like a split play if they want to do that, still this aggressive routes here, where they're at least pushing more people off of a site for the rest of them to commit to another site here. Because then they can, once they get onto the site, they can take more space if need be. They can play that aggressiveness as they want to, versus instead of just trying to force those fights out, which are obviously, unfortunately, not happening right now.
I agree wholeheartedly, and they are gonna play for, nope, they have a lurker here. Most of them going towards A. Nope, all five gonna go towards A this round. Perhaps changing it up here, just like you predicted. Gonza's gonna, thought about peeking out there. The Arc Rose backing him away, however, as they slow down a little bit. Dr. Noel's gonna start to take up space here. Operators back online. The offense starting to run around a bit. They're looking like they are a bit confused on what they want to do. Hearing the change up coming out from the defense here. most of the defense stacked towards A because, of course, Vanya's util has been really key in allowing them to take a little more defensive space on the map. Dr. Noel is begging for someone to be in the sky smoke, nothing doing. Mr. Miker is, on the other hand, looking for a push out on the other side. Wombat has pushed out, but not in the way that Vanya wants. This is still going to be good now. A lot of information gathered as they stack on Vanya. We still have one waiting towards A. It looks like they want to wait for a flank push as the rest of the offense stacks up towards B, save for Mr. Mikers looking for a frag. If that gun gets in hand the way they've been playing, that's going to be extremely important for him. Mr. Mikers able to take down Wombat. Is that a weapon? Yep. Flame going to be able to get one down as well. Down goes Gonza as they take the site. Dr. Noel and Vanya even it back up. And Vanya gets taken down in the trade. 21 HP for Tony, but they do have the site. They waited there, which really worked out in their favor. So we've got ourselves a 2v2 situation. Spike is planted. Once again, I think it's like the same old song. We're seeing a lot of these 2v2s. Oh my goodness. Looking towards it, almost gets lucky. Tony gets away with his life there. The util comes out. We have all been there as initiators. Out comes the recon bolt, not seeing anything. Tony, 21 HP. And they are going to take this. They could be anywhere. They do know it's an omen as they come into chat. Gets one. It's the clutch on. No, it's the shock bolt that's going to take down Tony to bring us to a 9-3 half.
It is over.
Oh my god, I think that's like our second or third shock dart kill that we've seen today, Jess. I'd love to see it. You know, I don't think there's any more satisfying than killing somebody with a shock dart. Now, on the other end, I know I have had very valid crash outs when I do die to a shock dart. So I can sort of feel Tony's pain right now, I'm not gonna lie. But now that we are at this 9-3, and now that Tony Sour Lobster are going to be more on this defense side, do you think their team comp is going to be in more favor against what Veda's Minions is going to be bringing to them?
I think it's you know, non-traditional, right? You have that Vise, you have that util. Those spikes, the spikes really hurt. All right, they don't feel good. You gotta sit still, or else you're gonna slice and dice your toes. So seeing that setup, it's just like with KJ and the Nanostorm. Seeing that setup is gonna be key, and figuring out whether or not they can egress. Of course, that owl drone scene, a common spot here, and they're just gonna take down Tony early. But Gonza dismisses instead of utilizes that heal. Dr. Noel taking down Mr. Mikers as they push out. Sticky Wombat taking down Oreo. It seems like they're everywhere. Just specters, and it's specters in the world like it's Halloween. As Sticky Wombat 17 HP, 4v2 situation again. A lot of damage done for these attackers, so this is an extremely winnable round. So we get to see how they work out together. Misses the flash flames, able to take down Wombat. Here we go. 3v2 situation. The only person with a lot of HP on the side of the attackers is going to be Vanya. Dr. Noel gets one with the Sheriff Otter. Takes down Dr. Noel. Vanya getting one. However, the trade is there for Gonza. Once again, one person standing. It's 10-3.
Wow. I mean, that was so unfortunate, though, for Tony, who was sitting there mid for that drone to catch him. He was just in a very precarious spot there for him to go down. But I think for this side, I think especially on pistols, I don't think the pushing out for the Vice was the way to go, because as the Senti, I feel like you have to sort of stay by your stuff for now. You know, I think it's great to get like the initial pick and everything, but I mean, if they're going to be coming in like this, you need to wait.
Hanging away. There you go. You're able to delay a little bit. Vise util still very useful over here. Shock dart coming out to do a bit of damage, and it does. The shear still not activated. Looks like they're looking for them. As the attackers head over to the other side, Otter tries to anticipate over there. Oh no, Mike gets sprayed down. Unfortunately, Vanya gets two. They back away a lot of bodies over there, but it looks like Polar was out for blood. He was hungry, looking for dinner, and he got more than that. Just made him dessert. The shear comes out. Oh, they're able to get past it. Two are in. What a heads up play from Noel. Really good job to find the gap in that sheer to get in. The blind comes out. Vanya staring at Market. So down goes Mr. Miker. So we find ourselves in a 5v1 situation. Flame with a classic. Gonna try to look for something. Any sort of isolation. Ooh, gets one down to 8, but Wombat's gonna be right there to back up the team, and a flawless round coming out for the attackers. They're looking really good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is just a masterclass from Veda's minions here. You know, the way that they're able to, like, it looks like they're going to commit to something, and then, like, they get the initial rotates off of it, they do the damage that they need to, and then all of a sudden they're mid, and they're grabbing 2-3 picks here, and then they're moving right back over to the other site. And I mean, that wall tech might have been so neat if all of them had just hugged the wall right there.
But getting 3 in, that's insane work right there. Being able to just... They're skinny legends, Nuna. They're all skinny legends. And Polar takes down Flame there over in Wine. And I mean, the speed in which they have taken this site ought to be studied. Aldrone gets one. Wombat gonna have to back away. Might be in a rough location there. Forgets that he can get sprayed down through the floor. Tony has taken up a lot of space. Looking towards tree to try to find someone. Shock bolt coming out, looking for something good. Mike got a little bit of chip shot there. As beautiful arc rose, but it does get shot down. Tony gets one. What a bonus coming out from these guys. It's absolutely diabolical and successful. And now they're going to be able to pick up a few weapons on hand.
Match point.
It's 12-3.
Oh my god. You know, I think I like the arc rose going down to hell there. And I think I can't tell if it was Otter's shock dart or if it was Polar's shock dart, but it was perfect enough. But right before the blind went out, that arc rose was destroyed. So as soon as they peeked down there, they were both still able to have visible sights on everybody. And on this save round now, TSL has to go with a save round here.
Oh boy. Flame with the judge trying to give Dr. Noel a taste of his own medicine, but Gonza says, not on my watch. Down he goes, looking for one. Oreo up in heaven. Sky Smoke to cut off the sight line. As they slow down just a little bit. 3 defenders now towards A to just try to spray him down here, of course. Having to save. They hear those razor vines. Loud sound cues now. Arc Rose on cooldown. Oof, there it is. Having to change up that sheer. They're gonna make it work this time, but we do have the Jets mobility to come in as well. Otter taking down Polar as Mikers takes down Dr. Noel. Otter with another one, and it looks like they are not done yet as they are coming through here. Mikers with a weapon in hand. Looking forward in a 4v1 situation now. Stranded. Nano Swarm comes out. Vanya's gonna try to do some damage here. Oreo's gonna be first. Caught with the back turned, and they are not going anywhere. It's 12-4.
Absolutely, and that's what you want to see from Tony Sour Lobster. And even on that eco round, and even with Flame going down there, they were still able to find the picks that they needed. And big shout out, because honestly, that wouldn't have happened without Otter holding that CT space and getting those 2 initial picks there. Just beautiful headshots there from Otter. So well done for that. It is going to be a very steep road for Tony Sour Lobster, but if they continue playing like that, we might possibly go to an overtime here.
Absolutely, and it all starts one round at a time. That's what they got to keep thinking. We're just one round at a time. We can't overthink things. We just got to play our game. Sheer's been moved. Looks like it's been adjusted to make sure it can't be snuck past. Ooh, nice there. Mikers able to get one off the arc rose. Beautifully played. Mikers and Otter. 2-man wrecking crew over on B site. Mikers gets another one as Wombat goes down. They're just picking him apart over here. Polar finally able to cut into the bleeding some, but on the other side, Flame gets one. So 4v1 down to Dr. Noel, caught with the util out. The iPad kid gets taken down. No screens, they say. It's 12-5.
I mean, a great round there from Tony Sour Lobster, and I hope that they continue that momentum that they have here for those pinches and everything that they're doing. Their shots they're hitting here, and I think they've found what they need to do for this defense side here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say, when they do go A, they do tend to get the early picks here for the side of Veda's minions. So hopefully here we're going to be playing a little bit more safe. It does look like Flame is going to take more of like that back end instead of the aggressive push here. That dart is going to see everyone. Or not, I'm a liar.
Ooh, Wombat and Otter getting one apiece. It's all coming out here. Flame looking for one, not sneaking out or anything. Hunter's Fury coming out as well on the other side, looking for one, gets taken down, immediately sees him in the smoke. Lots of gunfire coming out from either squad as they're looking for something to make it happen. Polar gets some information on the Phoenix. Target hits. Looking for it, misses. Looking for another one. Ooh. a little bit of shock damage there as they back away. Ooh, Oreo has that operator. Oh, Wombat might have seen him there. They backs away very, very fast. And it looks like they're gonna head towards spawn. They're gonna peek here. This is gonna be dangerous if they do. Oh, all right, chat. Hi-yo. A little overzealous there with the calm button. And they are just
30 seconds left.
Yeah, they had to have seen that op over there. But the op is gonna have that cross in tree, which is where they're now looking. Sky Smoke comes down, looking for it. Tony gets one, Noel gets another. Flash comes out, down goes Flame. Zoda, Sticky Wombat in. Oreo getting a frag apiece, so it's a 2v1. They gotta get the spike planted. There it goes. Now, Steel Garden is available, but no! Wombat takes it! 13-5. Veda's minions are looking really strong.
That incredible. Just, I mean, like from that first game to the second game, I feel like, at least personally, Jess, this was such a strong showing of what Veda's minions are going to be bringing. And like I said, they have two former champions, you know?
Yeah.
So they have Noel, and then they have as well Sticky, and they want to keep that crown. And if they continue doing this, it's going to do that. So, but I just want to say a huge congratulations to Veda's minions. They are going to be first seed now in Group A. So much congratulations to them as they pull through. And so now we're going to be switching over now. We're going to go to that second lower bracket. We might need to do a little bit of a break here to see because I believe games are still going on here. So we're going to be taking a quick break just to see, and Claire will let us know if when the next teams are ready. But we are going to be seeing Tony, Sour, Lobster because they are going to be dropping down into that lower bracket here. But yeah, we will be right back, you guys.
Absolutely.
것 같은 마음 홀로 우는 달그 빛 따라 네가 피고 시간을 거슬러 저 새들처럼 훨훨 더 높이 날아가 아리따웠던 순간의 떨림 나를 감싸던 따스한 두 손이 그리워져 또 찾게 된 널 덧없이 기다려 시간 따라 흘러가리라 바람 따라 떠나간 너의 빈자리 너는 마치 홀로 피는 꽃 검은 구름마저 달빛을 가려다오 한밤에 맘에 핀 눈부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 핀 하얀 꽃처럼 한순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 별 따라 가다 심리도 못 가라 한밤에 맘에 핀 눈부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 핀 하얀 꽃처럼 한순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 달 아래 너는 참 아름답구나 눈을 가려도 아름다운 널 나를 바라보는 널 girl out of day 바람마저 널 찾아오매 불망인데 홀린 밤을 새 헤매인도 그리워지는 너의 뒷모습 붙잡지 못한 우리 이야기 들린다면 다시 한번 말할 수 있을 텐데 시간 따라 흘러가리라 바람 따라 널 따라가 너는 마치 홀로 피는 꽃 검은 구름마저 달빛을 가려다오 한밤에 맘에 핀 눈부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 핀 하얀 꽃처럼 한순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 별 따라 가다 심리도 못 가라 한밤에 맘에 핀 눈부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 핀 하얀 꽃처럼 한순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 달 아래 너는 참 아름답구나 널 찾아 헤매다 무심코 지나친 꽃이 참 예쁘구나 그게 바로 너였구나
금세 꺼지고 부는 찬바람 같아 화면 날아가 먼지같이 소리 닿을 듯만 젖은 꽃잎들은 다시금 내게로 오라
바람아 불어라 근데 말하지 못한 이 말 전해다오 한밤에 맘에 핀 눈부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 핀 하얀 꽃처럼 한순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 별 따라 가다 심리도 못 가라 한밤에 맘에 핀 눈부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 핀 하얀 꽃처럼 한순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 달 아래 너는 참 아름답구나
깜짝이야 너를 보면 입이 벌어져 활짝 눈부신 빛에 눈이 멀어 내 발작 또 네 생각을 하고 있지 매일 밤 천국의 향기 맡아 날아올라
모든 게 완벽한 오늘이 바로 네 day 둘만의 비밀을 만들어보자 my babe 자연스레 난 널 리드하는 리더가 돼 사실은 널 보면 떨려 긴장이 나고 또 버리게 만드는 멜로디 너만 보면 놀라 감탄해 너의 곁으로 어디든 달려가 running 그래 나야 겁먹을 필요 없잖아 내 손 잡아 무조건 날 믿어 you know what I'm saying 그래 지금 그 눈빛으로 나를 쳐다볼 때 터질 것 같아 너 때문에 지금 내 심장이 미친 것 같아 터질 것 같아 너 때문에 위험해지 비상사태 터질 것 같아 너 때문에 널 좀 더 원해 I want some more Yeah 넌 내 무릎이 단단하게 만들어 유일해 이 한 놈 바치고픈 여왕이야 넌 마치 면자 같아 필터 따윈 필요 없지 억소리가 나와 그 값은 감정 불가 너만 보면 놀라 감탄해 너의 곁으로 어디든 달려가
지금이 느낌이 저 하늘에 닿을 때까지 조금 더 높은 곳 구름 위를 걷고 싶어 너를 볼 때마다 내서 깨고 싶지 않아 다른 여자 쳐다도 안 봐 내게 모든 여자 너 하나 너만 보면 그는 여자만 너만 보면 내 심장이 빠빠빠빠빠빠빠빠빠빠 내게 모든 여자 너 하나 불불불불 타오르는 내 너만 보면 내 심장이 빠빠빠빠빠빠빠빠빠
Look at how they crawl around upon the ground like little ants.
Yes, but how they fascinate, confusing fate with what is merely chance.
Isn't it a laugh?
Isn't it a shame?
Thinking there is someone in heaven to blame.
Yes, but even while blaming fate for the lives that they lead, they hope for the lives that they need.
Living every day till the day they die, never getting
Yet
answers.
still asking why, going through the motions as if there will be a reward.
While we stay eternally bored, they're only human. They don't see who they are is who they'll always be. Only human after all. So they push and they shove.
With this thing they call love till they fall.
Isn't it a farce?
Isn't it a waste?
Struggling to face what can never be faced.
Yes, but maybe death can release something more than we share.
I really don't know and don't care. They're only human, standing still, doomed to live, pushing boulders uphill. Only human after all. So they give and they take.
Hoping someone will help break their fall.
They will break, curse, live, die, never knowing that truth is another man's lie.
It's leap, love, hate like a leaf blowing in the wind.
Watch them all vacillate. They're only human. They can't see all the years they could give you and me. Only human after all.
So they give and they take.
Till their silly hearts break.
Looking down from above, I'm intrigued by their love.
So let's call.
Unforgiven, I'm a villain, unforgiven, I could get there, unforgiven, I'm a villain, 수시대로 기억될 unforgiven. Yeah, what you want, 불편 놈이 get the face, wanna shut me up. 사냥감을 거듭해, 저는 warriors. 너의 게임에 난 문제 없어, such a freak, 고치거리. Limited 발로 seraphim, 내가 제일 싫은 건 늙은 데밀림. 어둠 속 불을 켜, 마치 rebelling. We gonna keep breaking rules, gonna give up. Unforgiven, yes, I was bleeding. 힘없이 늘 져야만 했던 sound. But I'm right. 바란 적도 없어, 용서 따위는 안 금기를 겨눠. Watch me now. Unforgiven, I'm a villain, unforgiven, 난 그 길을 가다. Unforgiven, I'm a villain, 수시대로 기억될 unforgiven. Unforgiven. 한계 위로 남겨지는 우리 이름. Unforgiving. 내 스타일로 living. 내 방식까지 원 없이 또 한국말로 아주 철없이. What? Get started, let's get started. 미래 그 앞에 세계
All right, everyone, welcome back, you guys. I hope you all have been having a fantastic evening so far with us here in the caster booth. Once again, for you guys, if you are just joining in, my name is Noona. I am one of the casters, and I'm also the host of Noonation Arena, and I am joined by the wonderful, most lovely, my new wife, which we've just realized, Jess. How are you feeling tonight, Jess, with these two
Yeah,
games so far?
these two games are insane. But I'm not gonna lie, it's games like this that I really, really love, right? Because you're starting to feel the pressure. You're in that lower bracket now. You want to keep your skin in the game. And so everyone's gonna be putting it all out on the map this round. And so I'm really excited to see who is able to dig just a little bit deeper in order to keep their chances alive. But I am enjoying that matchup so far. We've had some really explosive plays. I'm love seeing how the util's being utilized, and I'm having a great time. What about you?
Absolutely. I mean, I love all of these teams so far, and it is unfortunate because these brackets are continuing forward. So we've already started to see one of our teams in Group A. Unfortunately, they did already leave out. So I appreciate you, WAFFLE-O. We love you so much. You know, like we saw an incredible game. But now, as like you were saying, Jess, this is the last bracket of the night, which means one of these teams is advancing and one of them is leaving the arena. Now, as a fun fact, these two teams are actually a mere. It's a matchup that they already did. They were on the opposite side of the bracket in those first game, and Tony Sour Lobster won that game, going 13-10 against CHUDS. So I'm thinking CHUDS has a little bit of a chip on their shoulder here, and they're gonna be like, "Look, you might have beat us once, but you're not gonna beat us again." So. What do you think?
Yo, I love that. Look, I'm always here for the lore. So having that story coming into this game just makes the stakes that much higher. And oh man, let's get it then. It's gonna be really exciting to see. Looks like we're back on Ascent, and oh my goodness me. One team you have that has just played on this map. Now you don't really have the benefit of seeing how they played on this map because you're actively in a game. But so, TSL is warm here, and they're warm on this map. But I'm curious to see if we get the same comp that we just get. As we already see Mr. Mikers is hovering Raze instead of that Vise this time around. Twan hovering a KO, which I think is a very underrated pick when it comes to team play such as tournaments. So we'll see if we get that KO pick out of Twan. What do you think about these hovers so far?
So I know exactly where they're going for. So we've actually seen in this official scrim week, as well as unofficial scrims, we've seen CHUDS a lot on stream. This is their standard comp that they have been running the entire time here. We've got Trout on the Sova, Kari on the Omen, Twan on the KO, Derpina on the Jet, and then Leo as the KJ. Now, for the side of Tony Sour Lobster, I love this change that they're doing because they're obviously seeing that something in their last Ascent map just didn't work for them. So now they have to try something that else is different. So now we're seeing Flame going back to his Jet roots. Now, Mike, I think, is a flex player all around, but his duelist is very, very scary here. Oreo on the Cypher, Tony back on the Tony back on the Omen, and then Otter back on the Sova. We might see a deadlock here. Cypher? Okay, there we go. The Cypher pick.
Thought about it. Now, I do like Cypher pick. You know, a lot of times in the before I realized that there was no way for me to ever say goodbye to Initiator, I was playing a lot of Sentinel, and Cypher was my go-to on this map. There's a lot of trips that you can find in really awkward places. You're gonna have to expend that utility in order to get there. But we do, again, you know, that Jet is online, so you have the mobility to jump over those things, and you have to think about that on the other side when you're playing Cypher here. And of course, you know, those slight nerfs to Cypher's trips as well, where, you know, you don't see them until the windup is complete, and they also, you know, they don't have the stun either, or excuse me, the stun doesn't happen until the complete windup either. So, you know, slight nerfs to those trips may make a difference in how they attack a B side and for Cypher. But of course, we have that flank trip coming up here. Tech pause looks like is needed. So we'll have a little more time to talk about this. So I'm going to be really interested to see how the mobility works, because again, you have both an Omen and a Jet. And then also you have a KO there. So when you're on defense as a Cypher, you've got to play a little more passive, because that opening knife, especially if you're able to throw it in those weird angles where you really can't shoot it, you can't really do anything. Those trips are really moot. So you have to play passive there. So I'm going to be really excited to see how the Cyphers utilize on either side of the map here.
Absolutely. And I love seeing a good Cypher on this map here as well, because some of those trips are going to be actually crazy to get through. But honestly, I am a Killjoy lover, so maybe we're going to see another microwave setup here.
Yeah, I agree. And we're going to get started now. Most running through mid. Again, looking for a KJ utility. Chicken saying hello earlier, and they're gonna split B side, and they just keep pushing. Oh, it looks like Derpina, she's able to get the first frag here. Down goes Otter, looking to toss out this. There we go, across here. Oh, one goes down, two go down. Wow, Derpina with a 3K? Excuse me, ma'am, to open up the round. It's going to be a quick 1-0 for the defenders.
Now, this game is going to be really, really fun for you, Jess. I think you're going to be in for a treat here. Now, CHUDS is a dominating, as in their name, the dominating soldiers, you know, unstoppable soldiers here. And Derpina is the one to be looking at. She is the duelist that you are wanting to look at, to be honest, because she is going to be so mobile, especially if she gets that up, and some of her movement is insane. Like, I am breaking like all the bones in my wrist and my arms to do this, to do what she's doing. So,
and they're gonna switch it up here. Of course, we're gonna have the utility. That's a lot of information there for the defense. And I love how we're playing this here. Sova gonna hang out there on the side. Looking for him, gonna come in here off. Paint shells come out. Kari's getting one, Twan gets another. They are about to cook here. Trout with one as well, the reload. Oh, but there is the trade coming out. Oreo's last one standing and quickly goes down. And what a defensive round. Only one weapon getting lost on the ground, and it's a quick 2-0.
Yeah, and I mean, it's such a good hold there from, I believe it was Kari and Trout there, holding down that A side and be like, nope, you guys cannot get in here, so you're gonna have to fight your way through. You're gonna have to go through the microwave, so pick and choose your battles here, you know? But now, we should see this go more into favor of Tony Sour Lobster here with this full buyout here, but you never know. These players are eco warriors, Jess. Anything can happen for this.
You still got those 3 rifles on the board.
Oh my
The
God.
smaller rifles. But who needs a rifle when you have a pocket op? Derpina is about to make me act up over here. Wild frags coming out. Weapon in hand now. And backs away. That's going to be extremely huge for the defense there. Now you have 4 rifles in hand. Kari, chip shots over there. The regen shield still working out in favor. Lesser known weapon that people really have in their favor. That regen shield can really come in clutch sometimes, and we can see if it works out there. And Derpina waiting on someone to get a little. Woo! Tony's able to be the one to see first. A little bit there again. More dark cover. Oh. Down goes one. Tony and Trout get one apiece. Unfortunately, Twan flashes himself as Otter picks up 2 more. But again, this bonus round. Exactly how you want it to go here. Just destroying the economy as Leo goes down there, but 3 of those rifles on the ground. But the attackers are on the board here. It's 2-1.
Okay, I just want to say, I want to know what they're feeding Otter, because I need whatever Otter's eating, because there is no way Otter is bronze and shooting like that. Like, I need whatever they're doing over there, you know. But
tournaments bring the best out of you.
It is true. That is so true. And now look at Derpina here with this op. Now Derpina is one of the more mobile op players as well. So it'll be exciting to see.
See if we get a little peanut butter and jelly. Paint shells go out. Beautifully played from Mikers, knowing that was a possibility. Mikers gets another one. Flame gets 2. We got the Bash brothers online here, taking them all down. They said, we are here, and the momentum is ours. Spike's gonna get planted there. Looks like Leo gets 1 on the other side, and there's the op in the hands of Mikers. It looks like he wants to make a statement with it. It's 2-2.
Okay, all right, Mike, all right, my fault.
I'm hitting CC. I'm doing it right now. CC.
I feel like you kind of have to after that round. I mean, the paint shells and still going forward and getting the shot on the op is insane. And now we have an attacking op for the side of Tony Sour Lobster. Now, personally, I am not a big fan of attacking ops because I think I'm just jaded because it never works for my teams. But this could be a huge game changer now for TSL.
I agree, and we are going to get that peek there in tiles. Looks like Mikers wants the challenge. Not going to get it this time, as Derpina wants that right click desperately. Both of them want the right click. First, looking for it. Twan takes down Oreo, and are they going to be able to get out? Derpina does. She does. However, the paint shells are in. Might want to be careful there, and the weaponry is out. Tony takes down 1. 4v4 situation now. Eco round in hand for the defenders. Leo at 25 HP there. Woo, in danger. Looking for 1. However, Tony's got that right in hand. Oh my goodness, the black pack comes out as well. Looking for 1. Whoa, classic demon. Blade Storm is out. Mr. Mikers takes care of that. Operator online now. Flame's gonna fight this. Misses, does get the head dig, however. Kari goes down. Otter once again a good eco round though coming out from the other side, but it's gonna be 2-3.
You know, one of our other casters, Cross Unity, we have been doing a lot of casting together for these official and unofficial scrims, and we have seen our fair share of classic kills with the right click or just a regular head ding. Hey, you guys, the classic is a free gun, and it does that. You might as well just do it, you know? So we're gonna go into a little bit of a tech pause here, and as we look at these buys real quickly, dual ops, Derpina going for the op and with no shields here, which can either go into her favor or not. I mean, we did see it for Sticky on the side of Veda's minions, you know, so it could possibly work out for her here. And then still the attacking op for the side of TSL. Now, what are your thoughts so far of what you've been seeing?
I really do love, I think the attackers are playing a bit of the mental game, and I like that. Mikers picked up that operator. He's been playing with it, right? The operator isn't necessarily what you want to have on offense, but hey, you know, I love the way that Mikers is taking it to them and is killing them with their own weapon. So I'm curious to see what happens here in tiles. I think that's where the fight's going to be. I think Derpina and Mikers are going to come to a bit of a standoff here in mid. So that's going to really determine, I think, a bit of the pace of this round if that early frag goes down. So once we see where they decide to set up, I think that's going to tell a big part of the story. But as of now, the game's really, really even. Everyone's playing very well, and it's really coming down to 1 or 2 frags, 1 or 2 picks are really making the difference in all of these rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I think this next round is going to be very, very explosive. So we have a lot of ultis on the side of TSL here. We have both Hunter's Fury here, so it could possibly be as soon as the arrow hits or a drone hits, they might just rip it, you know? And then, or they might play for the post plane here on the side of TSL. Otherwise, they do have the Hunter's Fury for Trout on the side of CHUDS, where they could do a delay push if they wanted to, initially off rip it and everything off of that dart. But then we've got the Jet Knives on Flame, and as well as if the getaway for Omen. I don't really know the ulti for it. I just know it's the teleport. That's all I can think about here.
From the shadows?
Yeah, from the shadows. Thank you. Oh my god.
I got you.
Wait, Jess, it's like we're going on a date here. Oh, well.
Look at that. We're in wine.
Oh,
They pour you a glass.
Elden was immediately like, nope.
Nope.
Get away.
Elden says ice cream's better. Let's get some gelato.
Ooh. It is a little bit too cold, but I do love a good gelato. I'm not going to lie.
Love that. Big shout out to Elden doing some crazy work here, keeping up with the action. Everything's looking great so far.
Yeah, and so going back to what I was saying, I'm like a squirrel. I'm like ADHD here. So like going for the end of shadow. So like just in case if things do go wrong, but they are able to pull everyone off of the rotate, Tony is going to be able to rotate over and use that ulti to go maybe towards to the opposite site, you know, to at least get the plant down and things like that. So they really have a lot of things that they can work around, especially with these ultis, or if they want to keep it and just go with merely just gunfights here. But yeah,
I agree, and I think working around these ultimates as well is going to be key. Of course, you know, Flame has that Blade Storm available, but we've got Twin Hunter's Furies there. I'm always curious to see how that gets utilized, especially when you're on attack, right? A lot of Sovas do use that for post plant, but there are so many good opportunities to help it clear out, help you get to site as well. So you don't always have to be precious about that, especially if you get the information, you know where these guys are, you know, help your team get some picks with that. You know, you can just post plant together when you have a numbers differential.
Absolutely. Hopefully everything is going okay with this tech here. Might be some hardware issues, some computer issues. I know a lot of the players are dealing with a lot of storms in their area. So for all the viewers and all the players in the community, please be safe out there as it does get into our colder season here. And most importantly, I hope you guys are staying hydrated. You guys are eating. Jess, I know you've been hydrating with the spicy water and everything.
And regular water.
And regular water. Sorry.
Yeah,
Is that what we're calling it? Wink, wink, you know?
It's all clear. It's all clear.
But yeah. Oh, and now we're seeing Oreo going a little bit crazy here.
Nice little dance there. Love to see it.
Absolutely.
Fighting his demons, perhaps.
Or getting the knife practice in when he has to do it, you know, so.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen here, right? Because defensively speaking, they've been playing pretty passive for the most part. Now, they are not afraid of their gunfights. And what I'm loving to see from those gunfights is that they are using the buddy system, right? There's a lot of trades coming out from this defense, and that's what's been making a difference. Now, they are behind here, and this is a defense-sided map. So I wonder if there's going to be any communication or any kind of changes going on here, as it looks like we do hit the R, and we are ready to go here.
Absolutely. And here we go back in for this live. I'm excited to see how this round.
And going into this round, looks like the attackers are going to head towards A site. That operator making its presence known on the other side as Flame takes down Kari. A lot of information gathered. Twan spraying down Flame through the cloud burst as they are pushing in. Defense, I see, this is what I'm talking about. It's like a stick and move. It's almost like a boxing match. They pick and move, and they take these sites together. Looking for that recon bolt. Hunter's Fury for the delay. Works out very well. Derpina able to get one. Leo follows up with another frag as they're coming in quickly in a 4v2, 3v2 situation. Make that a 2v2 situation as Oreo and Otter decide to just make their presence known. Look at the lurk. Lurk just, ooh, timing from Leo. Otter's 1 HP. They're gonna have to grab this spike on the ground. It is in a bit of a cheeky spot. Oreo looking for it. Oh, now they know where. The drop happens. Ooh, looking for it. Trying to make it happen. One. Is it coming in? Oh my goodness! It's gonna be a 1v1. Is the shot doing it? Oh, but the clutch happens right beforehand to tie this game up, and there is no one left standing after that round. Well played all around from everyone.
Oh my, I like blinked, Jess, and then all of a sudden everybody was dead. And it was just a matter of timing here. And I think, unfortunately, even with Otter being extremely low, I think that was an advantage of TSL. And I think what they needed to do is because Bomb was in their favor, or actually, no, they needed to get Bomb. I'm getting confused on my stuff. Unfortunately, they did need to make a move there, and fortunate that Leo was able to take his ones there.
Big paranoia coming out early. Flame taking out Derpina as they decide to egress over their Flame to take down Leo as well. Neural theft out, getting all the information in the world, and now they know they're A-okay over here. That is their round. Big op still in the hands of Miker's Flame. That's 3. Flame is looking hot right now. Nothing doing, gonna try to find another one. Could get Trout, and does. That's gonna be 4. Am I gonna get another one? Kari hanging out in spawn. They may set up with it. Oh, looking for it. There you go. They don't want me to have it, and I want to have it. Flame gonna chase him down as Kari just runs away, trying desperately to keep that rifle in hand, but there is so much time to get hunted down here. Kari trying to get around on the other side. The team has got to set up Flame, but Kari is just gonna sit there. Now they hear the shrouded step from the opposing. Oh, it's not gonna be enough time for it. Nice try anyway as Flame backs away in order to preserve that weapon. We got very close to one, but a beautiful round coming out for the attackers. It's 3-4.
Yeah, absolutely. That was so good. I mean, I think it was just that matter of timing that Derpina wasn't able to dash quick enough, and then Flame just on fire, literally, as his name says it, and being on that comfort pick of Jet, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to utilize his dashes and how to entry in for his team. So this is what I love to see from him, that confidence back in to really to win that for his team.
Absolutely. Here again, those operators still online. As Derpina's looking for one. Flash comes out, almost gets one. Miker stuff gets taken down by the pocket off the sheriff. Doing its work. Derpina is able to pull a Houdini. Somehow she's still alive. The spray is a bit too much though, as Tony takes her down. Leo, meanwhile, gets one as well. Now Kari in the middle, trying to find one as well. We're in a 3v4 situation. Defense has a slight advantage. Make that a little bit more of an advantage as Leo gets in on the action. 4v2 situation. Trout. Oh, discipline there. There it is. One remaining as they know he's not on. Looking for it. And oh my goodness, the errant bullets from the classic gives us a thrifty. It's 4-4.
Hey, you guys, the pistol, it's a free gun. It's a free gun, you guys. I mean, did you see that? I mean, Trout holding it down there, getting the kill onto Tony, and then securing it against Oreo as they did try to go in. It was just so unfortunate for Mike to get stuck on the ledge there. And then Derpina, I mean, did you see that movement? Trying to go back and forth, trying to play the Matrix over here. I know, right? Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would be breaking every bone in my body to do what Derpina does.
I'm too old to move like that, man.
That's such a moon.
0 point, not getting anyone, but that's going to be a lot of information anyway, as they aren't, at least they aren't pushed up. We have a dark cover in the one way there. Twan looking for something easy, getting nothing. Look at all the space. gets taken out in mid by Oreo. Got a little bit greedy there. Trout, hopefully gonna get one, looking for one, but the cage is right enough time. Got taken down. Twan gets one in the meantime. Micers and Otter taking one down to keep their team in the advantage. So we got ourselves a 3v2 retake situation. And they're just gonna be able to pick up spots. I love where Otter's playing here as well. Again, that Hunter's Fury is available. Eventually they're gonna know both are there. Swing! Tony with the, ooh, nice one. Looking for it, looking for it. Oh, this is rough. Trout's gonna do his best. Again, uh-oh. Looking for it, they still can't find the other one, but Micers, what a way to play around that box to play his life there. 33 HP in a dream, but it's gonna be 4 to 5.
Absolutely. And, you know, I have to commend Otter here. I love the way that he's playing. You know, he's like literally one with his drone. His body is literally moving around, moving it as bait, literally, for CHUDS to just focus on him, to where then the rest of his team is able to get those kills there to secure the round for them. So I really have to commend him. I'm loving this Sova out of him. Absolutely. As we go into this next round here, huge ultis, Hunter's Fury, KJ lockdown, Jet knives, Raze, rocket. There, I think we're gonna see a lot of bloodshed here.
Oh, down goes Derpina early. That's starting to make a big difference in these rounds. It's like they are targeting her in order to take her down. Micers utilizing so much space, and just like that, it's a 5v1 situation. Nothing doing, a flawless 6 to 4, and having an advantage on offense, on Ascent, really puts you in a good position.
Absolutely, and both of these team comps are pretty standard here. However, I think this is going to be for the attacking side, I think this is really, really in the favor of TSL, just because they do have the double duelists that they are running. So they're going to be able to split sites as they want to, or they're going to be able to go into a site very, very quickly. And that's what they've been doing. And not only that, their shots have been shotting, you know?
Yeah.
And look, this 3-man towards B site that they've conditioned. And now they're here.
Uh-oh, showstopper! Oh! Down they go! Oh my goodness. I mean, what are you gonna do about that? Like, we're just out here. There we go. That's 3. He's looking for more. But nope. Trout's gonna take that down as well. Flame takes down Derpina. And it's starting to look a bit dire for the defense here. It looks like Trout's gonna try to save this rifle. Man, what a round. What do you think about that attack? That was insane.
That was insane. I mean, that's what I'm saying about the aggressiveness of their comp and how attack side is for TSL here. Because Mike was just able to have such full confidence there going in, and then initially seeing with that movement to get the rockets, and then taking up all that space into heaven, because that site is basically clear then, you know? Flame.
Here we go. Oh! Okay, one taken down. Trout is going to be able to preserve that weapon and get a frag out of it. But man, they gotta win this round. This is going to be an important round for the defense here. But you want, as an offense, you got to think they're going to go in behind that Blade Storm as well in order to preserve and lengthen their lead.
Now, the good thing is, on the side of CHUDS, they do have 4 ultis here that they could really invest in. We've got the Blade Storm, we've got the Lockdown, the Hunter's Fury, and the In the Shadows, you know? So they could really utilize this to at least make it a 7-5 going into this next half.
Get out of my way.
There you go, Blade Storm popped. Flash drive up, looking for one. Oh, down goes one, but Twan takes down another. They just completely jump on their backs as they take the site on the other side. So we're gonna find ourselves in a 4v4 retake situation. I think this is the biggest retake we've had all game. Oh, caught! Oh, missed! The whiff is on as Trout does take down Flame. They're gonna fight it here. Operator still on line. Gonna look for it, nothing doing, but that is gonna put on a little bit of pressure on that side. There we go, Derpina. Oh, does get taken down. So the Hunter's Fury is still live. Looking for it. Gonna go out for it. It is half. Oh! Try to save it. Oh! It does. Able to take the Hunter's Fury to give them the round, and we're going to go into the half 5-7. A good mix-up, but the question is going to be, was the mix-up a little too late for CHUDS?
What? I mean, okay, there was so much that happened there. Derpina, the KO flash lineup, okay, I see you there. Towards tiles, Derpina going up into the air, 60 feet up, and grabbing Oreo, and then she was able to do the turnaround there, to go to mid, and then Mike's movement there was crazy. I would have been dead immediately if that was me. And then, unfortunately, Oreo did not stick the Hunter's Fury. I think for some reason that he thought that who he killed was on the bomb. And I think that's why he stopped, and it's just so unfortunate.
This is a huge heads-up play from Twan to actually take that and tank it, because that distraction, I think, won them the round. As Otter gets the first blood of the half, Twan takes down one as well. They're going in for another one, and it's Twan again. KO on line. Pun completely intended there, as they're going to plant the spike with a quickness. Ooh, easy spot to check there as Mikers takes down Derpina. Flame comes in as well. We're going to find ourselves in a 3v3 retake situation. Paranoia coming out, nothing doing. Checking in, Flame gets one, but we're going to get the trade out from Leo as going in for another one. Leo gets one, Flame, 1v1 situation. Flame looking for it. Oh, trying to find it. One bullet left over, and that's all he needs. The aura coming out from Flame as he's hot, hot, hot.
You know, I think that was a little bit of a fever dream, Jess, because like that was that on fire is the smallest thing that you can say there for Flame. I mean, I think he knew that he had tagged him already, so he was like, okay, I think he's pretty much one shot. And then I know everybody else was definitely calming out how much they did the damage, and so it's just that confidence of a duelist to be like, look, I don't need to reload. I can't reload because then they're going to swing me. So I just have to trust into this one bullet. And that's what he did. And it was fantastic to what could have looked like was going into CHUD's favor.
We got a gamble by here on the side of the offense. 5 stingers online. You got to be happy about that, Noona.
Absolutely.
Aldrone getting a little information. Paranoia coming out as is the flash drive. Tony Flame able to get one apiece. The gamble is already becoming costly. Paint shells coming out. Flame looking for one as well. And look at that. The gamble does not pay off as the defenders almost flawless this round. It's 9-5.
I don't know how Tony survived for that long, because like I would have been blind and dead at that, and like the fact that he was able to get away with one, but then everybody else was ready for it, and that's what you want to see, and that's what we wanted to see out of TSL on the last game, and just to see them take what happened that initial game and to switch it up to what we're seeing now. I think that's inspirational in its own way.
I agree wholeheartedly with that, and now the pressure is going to be on for the offense because they are letting this game get away here. Look at that easy spray downs. The trade's just not in sight here as 3 go down early, and the paint shell's about to claim another one. Oh my goodness. I mean, they have to get it together on the offensive side or this game's just going to slip away.
Okay, that is the first, I think, Raze bot that I've seen get a kill like that. But that was so good. I did not think that was going to work in Otter's favor as well as it did, because I was like, oh, he's pushed up so far. I don't know about this. But, I mean, just the fact that he was able to get those kills, and then everybody was so quick to follow up, and they were like, we need to protect Otter. Otter is the president. Protect him at all costs, you know?
And this time, of course, we got the 0 point out, getting a little bit of information, but Flame, again, the aura is auraing. He's like, I don't care if you see me here. I actually want you to fight me. Looking for it. He wants a frag. Backs away here. Blade Storm available. Looking for it. Almost got lucky. Here we go. They're now going to push in. Tony still spraying one down. Agent Fish getting one. Twan getting another. So now we're in a 4v3 situation. Spike going to get planted, but it's going to be a 3v3 beforehand. Oreo turning it up. Making the Cypher players happy here. Kicking their feet all over the place. Playing super well this game. Otter taking down Agent Fish. So we're going to be in a 1v2 situation as Lee Leo is on the other side. Great play there, and able to clutch it up is Leo, and it's 6-10. Costly round, but they did get their first of the half.
Absolutely, and maybe this is what they needed. I mean, it was a very, very bloody battle there to where Leo was running. I got little legs up into that catwalk, you know, and to the tree, and to be able to secure that was so good for them. So I think they might have found it. It is going to be a little bit of a steep battle though, because they are coming down to just one player at the end of it. But now we have Flame on the op here, looking towards his A site.
No, Paranoia comes out, keeps the peak from happening, and there we go. Null command as they push in, looking for a frag. Ooh, Kari with a nasty pixel frag, taking out Mikers there. That's a big early frag. Spike is gonna get planted. Shock Dart coming out. Trying to get him there, is looking for another one. Tony takes down one, Flame takes out another. It's a 4v3 situation. Make that a 3v3 as Trout gets on the action. There's Derpina. She says, I'm getting sick of getting taken off the board. It's my time now. Flash Drive coming out, looking for a 1v3 situation as Oreo tries to create some isolations. Might get some info, does. However, Trout is gonna be there in Boathouse for the frag, and it's 7-10.
I think we're starting to see it, Jess. I think this fast push that they're doing is making it really difficult now for Tony Sour Lobster to sort of understand exactly where they're going. But I mean, they did utilize that KO lockdown as well, you know, where it suppresses them, and that's probably where Mike was trying to use, like with all of his util and everything, especially as a raise. So that's going to be very detrimental when you can't use that. But yeah.
0 point lineup coming out here. Now, where's that gonna land? Oh, lovely. I like that. I like it, Picasso. As we're coming out here, suppressed as Twan takes down Otter, who got picked apart a little bit beforehand. Flame gets one, but Twan gets another. Really lighten up the kill feed there. We got a 4v3 situation. Derpina gonna push on in around the utility. They know they have to bypass the Cypher as Leo takes them down. One more in, Tony gets one. They got the information. Teamwork coming out in, and there it goes. Another round on the board for CHUDS as they seem to have figured out their push here offensively. It's 8-10.
Yeah, I think we're really starting to see that heat come up now on the side of CHUDS. They're like, hey, there's a reason why we're charming, heartfelt, unstoppable, determined. I'm pretty sure I definitely misspelled them, and I can't remember the name right now. Dominating. There we go. I was gonna get there eventually, you know. Just,
no, I'm proud of you. That was really good. I would have never remembered that.
Oh my god, you guys, chat Jess said she's proud of me. Oh my god, I can go die happy.
Oh, gets caught by the 0 point. They've got to push off this. They should push off this. And in we go. See them right there. Oh, Derpina. That's disgusting. Please wash your hands before dinner. It's a 4v5 situation. Hunter's Fury to attempt the delay. Delay not doing, and nothing caught with Hunter's Fury. Tony gets one. Twan gets the trade. However, paint shells come out, doing a little bit of chip damage. And we are on as the nade comes out from KO to delay. Leo's gonna watch it in the back here. Flame's able to take him down, does get just a tiny bit of chip damage. Ooh. Looking for more as Mikers gets another. Look at this retake. Look at this retake. It is absolutely flawless. They're coming in for it. One goes down. Looking for another one. Mikers might be able to get this. O's looking for it. Oh! It's close. They're both hurting. Might not have time here. Doesn't have time here. Well played. Oh! One person left standing, and Kari's gonna come out with the clutch. It's 9-10.
All right, Jess, you know what I'm gonna say, but you guys,
buddy.
The classic is the fucking free gun.
Best.
Can you believe that? And the ring around the rosy, so well fucking played from Kari there. I mean, and what looked like was gonna be so good for Tony Sour Lobster, like their retake was happening. They were getting the shots on this Thrifty. And it's just so unfortunate that Kari was able to get the initial pick there onto Otter, and then just no guns for Mike to really do that. And so, I mean, valiant effort on both ends there, but ultimately that does go to CHUDS.
You should run.
Recon Bolt coming out. We've got the Attacker, Killjoy lockdown. Attempting to clear out the site, but could be a bait here. Oh, the bait has been seen. One. Flame gets one, but Twan is there for the trade. Uh-oh. She's got the knives out. One, another one goes down, but Otter's got to do a little bit of fighting here. Ooh, 25 HP just taken out completely. And look at the teamwork on the replay. Gets taken down, gets one. However, the teammates are there for the trade. So we've got a 2v1 situation. Paint shells to deny. Having to back away here, see if we'll be able to take it. Does. There we go, got it on the other side. They might push this. They do hear the runaway. Oh, it's gonna be a foot race here. Oreo might make it first.
Oh, the fake!
Rehit idea, nice rehit idea. We do still have the numbers difference. I love this position by Mikers here. That showstopper's still online, both ults online actually, so we might go find a deceased. Oh, here it comes. What side are you gonna check? What side are you gonna check? Oh, the wrong side as Mikers is able to clutch that up. It's 9-11 and it's starting to slip away. So I'm curious to see what the attackers do here.
Yeah.
What do you think so far, Nuna?
I mean, I think it's so good though from what CHUDS are doing. I think they've started to pick up on exactly what to do, and it's forming. You know, I see the thought process of it. It's just unfortunate that with a couple of these picks, like Otter was just so good on getting that initial pick, and then the buy from Derpina was unfortunate because it was just a Bucky. I think if it was anything else but a Bucky, I think she would have won that, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then I mean, Mike to not over rotate and to stay on that site. What a fucking nerd, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Elden. I appreciate that. Nice 0 point coming out here. That's a really good mid knife there. As Flame pushes all the way out here, so that's going to be a lot of information for the defense. They're going to find themselves pinched here in a moment. If they don't make a choice, crossing the streams here with the out drones. Oh, but Kari actually able to take down Flame there. Now a rifle's in hand. Defense backing away. I love the change of pace here for the offense. 3 players now defensively on A side. Of course, you have all of that utility over onto B site, plus Mikers. Might as well have 2 players then if you think about that. There it is. Shot, looking for it, coming out here on the stairs, nothing doing. Showstopper! Nothing doing there as well. Null command takes down, going down on the reload. Down goes Mikers. Now we got another one here as they do get him up.
30 seconds left.
2v1 situation. Plant is down. The cover not on. We have all been there. It's so rough when you're the one who has to plant the spike and they don't protect you. But it's 10-11.
As the certified Senti lunchbox holder, I have felt that way too many times. Way too many crash outs and yelling at my friends, being like, "Protect me, please." But I mean, shout outs to Twan there for not for protecting the planter, but more so of securing that round and getting the kill there, because that did look like it was going to be great though. Unfortunately, that showstopper did not find anybody, which I think was going to be a little bit more detrimental here. But another A push.
Shrouded Step coming out here. They know that they have to be over that way. Of course, we got an eco. Ooh. Oh, that's a grown woman swing right there. As they push over, looks like they're gonna take everything. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That's gonna be 3. Down they go one by one, and look at all the space
No charges left.
that Derpina has been able to take up here. Tony is hurting here. That's 4. Is she gonna give it to me? Oh no, Mikers takes it away, but we got a 3v1 situation. They are gonna be able to get this spike planted. Paint shells out. Just a tad bit too late. They do get a little bit of information. Mikers does gonna look for it. Blast pack coming out. All looking for it, but no, it's just a bit too much. The crouch working out in Kari's favor. We find ourselves all tied up.
I mean, are you thinking what I'm thinking, Jess?
I kind of feel like I'm smelling OT. What do you think?
I think it's smelling pretty stinky in here for
Yeah.
an OT. I'm not gonna lie. I think I smell it
like
off
it.
of both of them. It's smelling very sour in here. You know?
I see what you did there. Clever.
But as we go in here, everybody is going to have their full buys, except for Derpina, who is deciding to go with the Bucky, probably going to invest into the knives right here.
Here we go here. Flame's gonna take an early peek here. Whoa, Flame taking down Leo there, so that's gonna be a lot of util on the other side, getting neutralized. Looks like Derpina's gonna push instead. Here's one over in market, but the paranoia.
Oh my.
Blinding, and the firing squad just completely neutralizing Derpina. So we've got ourselves in a 5v2 situation. Yo, it's looking kind of tough right here for the offense. We've seen crazier plays and crazier rounds. Trout does have a good position, might catch one with the knife out. Gets one, was waiting for another. Gets another 3v2 now. And it could be anything. It's anybody's round. Flame gets one, making it a 3v1 situation. So now it looks like Kari, who is full health, is going to try to just create an isolation or two to see if he can salvage this round. Flame's going to peek this. Misses. A lot of information. Dark cover coming out. Knows that mid is still a problem. That's the location of the spike. Paranoia coming out for a pizza. Ooh, really good positioning there from Mikers as this game gets very, very close. So it all comes down to this. Is this going to be the end of the line for Chuds, or are we going to find ourselves in overtime? What is it that you're smelling, Noona?
I am smelling the OT. I'm not going to lie. I love Tony Sour Lobster, but I know Chud is not going to go down without a fight. And I think they're going to use everything in their arsenal, all of the IGLing that Twan is doing for them, all of the strats and everything, and they are going to try their best to stay in this series, to stay in this tournament, because they want a chance to fight in the main arena, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So it's all going to come down to this. We've got two ults either side. Two from the shadows, both omens ulted. Neural Theft and Hunter's Fury available. We'll see which ones we get. It's my hope that it's all four. As Derpina's already pushed up here with Twan from the shadows coming out defensively, just doing a little checkaroo. Ooh, that's some good information there. Might have seen Kari. As Mikers backs away, plays a little more passively to protect. Paint shells coming out, and so does Derpina. Oh, firing squad for Mikers as they plant the spike here. Looking for it. Oh, 3 frags in quick succession coming out. Looking for another one. Trout gets one. 4v1 situation, and the short with the assistance of the Vandal brings us to exactly what any caster would want, and that's overtime.
OT. I love overtime because this is where all the pressure is on, you know, where they're like, okay, we've got to stay in by a certain amount, and we've got to just close this out right now. And I mean, look at this scoreboard, Jess. Everything is so even. You know, it's not just one-sided. There's not just one person doing the best. It's not one person that's in the lower. They are all even. And I mean, these assists are crazy. I mean, Twan with 10 assists, Akari with 10 assists, Mikers with 12, and then Tony with 15. You know, like, it absolutely insane.
Yeah, I'm loving seeing this. We do have that Opno shield out for Derpina, but everyone else with a rifle in hand, of course. And mid looks like the area we want to be in here as Mikers gets a little bit singed. Still okay. Gonna check Jenny here. Oh, we might get jumped on there. Leo might be in a lot of trouble down below. As 2 go down, 3 go down there. Here's another one. Everybody's getting in on the action. That's another. Looking for it as well. Og gets 2 before they go down. Mikers gets 2. Now we're in a 2v1 situation. They're looking for it. Paint shells doing their worst. Just too much. It's gonna be 1, but it's gonna be Mikers who's able to clutch it up. Showstopper was online. 13-12. We find ourselves once again in match point.
Oh My God, I can't believe Leo stayed alive so far, like so long in that smoke. I for sure thought maybe his little booties or his little like sneakers were gonna like poke out or something, but I guess not. And the sprays are happening from both sides of each of the teams, and they are just getting kill after kill after kill after kill, and leaving us in these predicaments of very, very tense 1v1s. And it really shows that everyone is trying their hardest to win this overtime.
Here they come. Looks like the defense wanted to get aggressive here. Flame's already taken out a lot of space. Here they come, looking for it. Oh, the windup was there, but the trade is as well. Oreo gets one, but Twan is there for the trade. Gonna look for this door break. Oh, Tony takes down Derpina and Trout. It's all getting dire. That's three. There's only one person left. Who's it gonna be? Is Curry gonna be able to do this?
Oh, it's just
too much. And it looks like TSL is gonna pull out the win here in a 14-12 contest.
Oh my God. I mean, there was just fights after fights after fights. And I'm pretty sure that this was the first overtime in the entirety of day one. And so I've got to commend everybody who played here. I mean, look, I can't get over this scoreboard. It is so pretty to look at. It's so satisfying because everybody was pulling all of their weight into this. But oh my God, TSL, they wanted to stay in this. They wanted it so bad, especially after losing that first initial Ascent game. And now they're finally back on here and everything is all right now. Nobody is eating the sour lobsters anymore. We are all chefs in here at the end of the day. But oh my goodness. I mean, Jess, what are your thoughts here?
I mean, again, it was well played. We went to overtime, right? So everybody was firing on all cylinders. That game could have gone either way. I think it was really, really well played by TSL there. They just had that synergy just a little bit more to edge it out, and they were able to figure out the other side. Again, they were warm on this map. They just played this map, so they had kind of figured out how they wanted to make it work, of course. And yeah, they were able to just eke out that win.
Yeah, I mean, but we can't not talk about how CHUDS brought that back because I'm pretty sure it was a like a 10 or like a 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a 7-4 at the half. And then all of a sudden we went into overtime. So for CHUDS to bring it back all the way over, that is something that we can't just not talk about. I mean, they wanted it just as bad. It was just so unfortunate with those fights where TSL just ended up going on top here. But huge congratulations to Tony Sour Lobster for making it into the second seed of Group A. We will see you guys into quarterfinals, and we are so excited to see you guys. I mean, today was absolutely amazing, everyone. Thank you as well. So all of the players, we had Tony Sour Lobsters, we had Chuds, we saw Veda's Minions, and then we saw WAFFLE-O. Excuse me, sorry. That's how much I'm so excited. I get the burps for that. So my fault. So, and then on top of that, I'm nervous because I'm here with Jess and I'm trying to do like so many things at once. And so a big shout outs to our on-air talent. We had Jess here with me today, as well as Elden, our observer, and also Bean. And then last but not least, amazing job and shout out to my admin for tonight, Claire, for helping out with all Group A. Girl, you did amazing. Before I let Jess go, Jess, would you like to promo yourself, say any words when you're coming back for Noonation Arena, anything like that?
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Nuna. It was so fun casting with you. You like the energy you have just like energizes me. You know, it was just a lot of fun being able to cast with you and be able to cast in this tournament for the first time. And I'm having so much fun. I'll be back on Sunday, I believe, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be back with Akanabi. A lot of people have seen me and Akanabi together. That's my normal duo. I pretty much try to drag her wherever I go. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm just super excited to have gotten a cast with you. Thank you so much. My name is Jess Mess. I do Jess Mess 3. I do stream. Yeah, I'm looking forward to casting some more this weekend and next weekend as well, I believe.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Jess, for being here with me tonight. I can't wait to see the dynamic duo of Jess and Akanabi on Sunday, you guys. And yeah, thank you so much, Jess, and I will talk to you later.
All right, see you soon. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Alrighty, you guys, that is going to be it then for me for day one. Thank you guys so much for all of the raids. I saw you guys, all the follows and everything. I appreciate you guys so much. As we look more into these brackets, you guys, I believe these last few games are happening right now. And as we do the challenge bracket, unfortunately right now I don't really have a set time of when these games are going to be, but right now I do know that tomorrow we are going to be seeing Group A and Group C fight it out for a place in semifinals, which means we are going to be seeing from Group A, we are going to be seeing Veda's Minions and Tony Sour Lobster again. And then from Group C, we are going to be seeing V's Shotgun Minions versus Team 8. So those are the games that we're going to be seeing tomorrow on Saturday for quarterfinals. And then from the side of on Sunday, it looks like these games are still going on. So I'm still going to be waiting, but for sure on Sunday, we're going to be seeing Cuddle Clutchers, and we are also going to be seeing Common Zens. Now, this is going to be really exciting for Group D here on Sunday for quarterfinals. And so now we've narrowed it down from 16 teams to 8 teams, you guys. And then after that, we will see you once again on the final weekend on November 1st and 2nd. For semifinals and grand finals. So I just want to thank you guys so much wholeheartedly from the bottom of my fucking heart. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, for being so present and everything. You guys are so fucking incredible. None of this would have been happened if it wasn't for you guys for wanting to be a part of Noonation Arena. And I appreciate you guys so much, you know. So that is going to be it for me today, you guys. I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Stream will start at around 2:30 p.m. CST, and the first game will start at 3 p.m. CST. Let's find someone to raid real quick. It's so late now that like nobody from the tournament is streaming right now, from what I've been seeing. Yeah, everybody is ending, unfortunately. So unless I'm missing someone. Because Jess just got off, I believe. Deception just got off. Blue, are you still live? Oh, Blue's still live, you guys. We could go to Blue. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you guys tomorrow. There are your raid messages, you guys. We are going to be raiding out. Please stick around for this raid. Give Blue all of my love, you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everyone.